Hello, YouTube. We are doing more promotion tournament VoD review today. I've got Lit versus CCG on my screen. One of these teams made it into the NACL, and that would be CCG. Congrats to them. I think CCG for me was the favorite going into this tournament, and I'm not surprised they got through it all. These games, game 2 broke me. Honestly, I don't know what that's going to be like for this VoD review, but it's going to be an interesting one. But I think that their individual play was really sound in this, and I'm excited to have this team back in NACL. It is 4 players who have been decent in the league before, and Crimson, Sniper's twin brother, who really grew this split and was drawing praise from his peers, which I think is the best praise you can get. So anyway, if you're seeing this on YouTube, this is a stream on twitch.tv/CubbyXX where people are able to sit in here, ask questions, and vibe, and I treat this like a stream. So if you see this in the VOD, here we go. It's game 1. Let's hop on in. Whoa. I hit the wrong button. That's not TR spectating. We need to go to this. Game 1 draft. Okay, so Lit. This team, average being down 2k gold at 15 in the regular season. This team, for me, if they got to team fights in the later stages of the game, they actually could win. And that is kind of what happened to this game. This game was a pretty insane comeback from Lit. So, anyway. It was Nautilus first pick. What do you mean auto? Not first pick. Into Ari Kaisa. We had Jinx Vi with Ori. The Vi pick for me was a little bit weird because I think that Naut can kind of fuck with Vi. And also we're just picking Vi into like, I don't know what carry. This pick was a bit weird for me. If we wanted Jinx, we could have just taken Thresh here. Or maybe... I mean, obviously, they just want to hide their picks, right? That's kind of like where we're at. But I think this would have been a better setup if Vi wasn't taken here. I know they took the Ari Kaisa to deny the Ari. I think this ends up creating a lot of pressure on Jinx, and Ori can hold the line, but can't really... Like, the ball can only go one place, and they already have a lot of ways to create angles over on that. So I think that there could have been a better response for CCG. Honestly, this, for me, was a game where you can play Annie, and it's quite good. And save the Ori pick for later. That said, we're going to move through the rest of this draft. This was a misban. And then they took away Wukong, Olaf Braum. Xin Zhao gets through. Pretty good at holding the door, especially against this. And then they took the Jax with the Xin Zhao, which I don't think is 100% necessary, but it was Jax blind. Graggy was the answer. So I will say that if Dragoon wants to play Renekton later, Renekton's matchups actually got opened up a little bit from this draft. Which is something that you have to think about with Fearless, because Gragas is the response for Renekton on this patch that a lot of these teams have and have prepped. CCG, ultimately, very much front to back. This can create a lot of angles, and I thought the Jax was, like, just insanely valuable this game. I'm really coming around on Jax, like, being a little bit undervalued in the meta right now. He scales way too fucking hard, and if they're, like, for me, there isn't a ton of CC that can keep him out of the fights outside of Gragas, because Thresh is probably going to be using his spells for other stuff. And this comp can overwhelm CCG, and that's exactly what ended up happening later on in this game. So this ended up being kind of an interesting game. Probably the most interesting of the series, because CCG, their leads got a little bit too big moving forward. What? Oh, that's right. Hold on. I want to see level 1 wards. Okay, so we have a defensive one drop by red, and that's it. Okay. Dragoon trying to get a mage creep before he actually goes in is kind of sneaky. I'm surprised that that was allowed, but Crimson can't stop that. So, again, he's losing gracefully in this lane. Kind of the game plan. Okay, junglers are synced. Shanks gets 3-wave base off into Cole. Trevor walks up. They spotted Zim, but they don't make any plays. That's right. I casted the series, so I kind of remember, like, I do remember a little bit more. There's no wee bit of waste of time, but not too bad. Yukino's trying to get 2 clears off. It was a rather safe full clear. Oh, I need the push. Oh, boy. So Kisna took top crab, and then he walks in to fight the Vi. Bradley's yet the TP, and so I think that's his idea. He does have red buff, whereas Yukino doesn't. So I think given that we had messages TP first, that was quite good. What happened in this is that the top lane matchup, Dragoon got 3 waves in and then didn't base. I don't know if that was a choice or it was stopped. I'm going to go back for this real quick because this ended up being very significant. Like, for me at this point, oh, Dragoon, his wave got fucked. Crimson did a really nice job then because this wave is not where you want things to be. So Jack shoved too fast and Crimson was able to hold it. So we lost the melees, then you slingshot your way back in with sustain with the Graggy. Because I think it's really important that Jax gets a 3-waver off in this matchup, or else you get doomed like this. Good job, Crimson. So that's a little bit mishandled by Dragoon and Lit. I said because they forced Yukino off of that side of the jungle, Kisno was able to get this. And it's just going to be first grubs for Drake. And Yukino, or Kisno went to go protect his wraps after this, which I thought was fine. Yukino did get it. Yeah. So he's forced out of this side of the jungle. They can set up a play for bot. So it's actually really scary to be bot lane right now. Fortunately, Rockboom was able to get this in, and he just took a base, which I thought was appropriate. So Kisno is like down to Krugs from this clear. He's not quite full clear, but it's fine. Also, Crimson's base. The goal, if you're going to go this build, if you get tier plus Catalyst and you're a TP, you are in God mode. It was not quite the case, but so Crimson's like kind of not quite in the super happy zone, but it's doable. Because I will say if you get tier Catalyst early, it's, like, even in this matchup, Jax can push you around, but you scale so hard at 2 items. All right, Pucks. If we're gonna flash this, we need the flash auto. We can't miss hook and then flash afterwards. If it's a flash auto, I think they might get a kill. Just because Kisno would have been guaranteed to get his combo off. At least he gets the wraps. Yeah, not bad. And he gets top crab. Good job. He does need the base before he can fight, but overall, this is not bad for Kisno. He can pick up his blue buff base, and then things are kind of chill. Okay, he's going to drop it. I would have done blue buff and then chill. This was bad. All right, so Trevor got in here. There is a trinket available for Rock Boom, but he doesn't want to walk up unless he's with Plux, and they walk up after the creep wave. I think the mistake here for me is that Plux needs to... He's trying to protect his control war because he thinks that Thresh might be going to contest it. But once that's not challenged, they don't walk in with the wave. And so they actually can't check this brush. There is a trinket for Rock Boom, and they gave up all the power, and then Plux just walks in and does. Really nice by Trevor. After Aftershock expires, he plays the knot into the chomps, and so they get the kill. Good job. What's this charm? That's the that's a fucking, that's a random one. Okay, so I just want to go hover top in case the Karagi overextended. Karagas was low here. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But Yukino does get in and take the Raptors. This was the replay coming out. Not again. It's a level 6 advantage. Plux doesn't get Aftershock off until like way too late. I think he's got to try and throw his hook here. I know it's on an Aftershock Trevor, but he has to proc his Aftershock. So he tries to go for the auto, but he doesn't really get it down until too late. Instinct picks that up. The focus on a Bradley was good, but messages get stuck. And then has to execute, so it's really bad for that. And then bot lane's doomed. Instinct has red buff. It's really bad. This setup here, Not did walk over a ward. And he's trying to link up with his team. But they're beat to the play. And also Instinct was on the map first. So I think Lit overextend this. They have to... Honestly, if they played for that ward bot, that would have been fine. But walking all the way up like that, they were missing bot. I mean, Rockboom can't get involved. So that's a play where you're down numbers and it's off a bot reset. And they have to be more respectful of that. I know it's fortunately didn't make it back in, but yeah. So Crimson went Darksteel on this, but this is actually like kind of the happy point of this matchup. Good trade. You're gonna use your E's to get out of the counter strikes, and then Dragoon's got to try and prec cross as much as possible to kind of keep the sustain up. Dragoon being even CS, I will say, is fine. Is actually like pretty good in this matchup. Gragas has not been able to force him out, so Dragoon's doing well because Jax does scale, and Jax. I don't know about the Roa Seraph's build as well, but I think he does have some sideline threat. If you go full tank, I don't know if you have kill threat as Jax. I think you have to go Cleaver. Maybe with the Sunder Sky you do. I legitimately don't know. Because like I remember how this matchup used to play, but that was with Divine Sunder, and that item was dumb. So I don't know how it plays out now. All I know is that with this build, when you get the 2 items, you feel really good. And when those 2 items evolve, you are kind of a menace for the rest of the game. Good positioning from Trevor here. Because A, he catches with the death sentence, but he gets Plucked under turret. And Plucks, like, yeah, it just does. Also, mid-move. Messages is trying to base, so this is something where you cannot contest this if you are lit. You have to play to dodge the death sentence, or else it's doomed. And if anyone's going to catch it, probably should be Xin. He does have that ult, but it's really fucked. Now, the important part about this is that Instinct did burn Flash here. And Instinct will pick up a brick. I think Instinct has to flash this. If anything, I think Instinct should have played further back there and waited for Kizno to commit one way or the other. Instinct still had ult, so he can get involved in the kill. Obviously, he wants the kill money, but stepping up there for Instinct, I think was a little bit of an oops, just because he did have to drop the flash, and Lit does a lot with this. That's the most important spell in this game. Because Lit, kind of like how we talked about in draft, they have so many angles that they can create. All right, Rockboom tried to stick around. He cannot. By the way, while this Super Mega Death Rocket might look troll, if Bradley ulted right away, it would have yoinked him in. So if Bradley ults right away on top of the Vi, it does go to Instinct. Anyway, this is a really, really good early game for CCG. Again, this team's legit, but they fuck up. They fuck up here. There is a no flash jinx. Okay, the Lit response is that, like, this is correct. They were late on the play, but they at least were able to play for the Raptors. Yukino is defending up top side. And they get Rift, and then there is a lane swap. So they put the jinx up top. Rockboom got bot wave all the way in. Then he's going to walk up to hover mid. They do get the Rift. They don't get any fight. They saw a ward go down there. And like Lit pretty much clear out the ward. And with no sums. And 4 being spotted up top. CCG trying to hit this shit. Trevor's not able to combine the flay with the chompers. Like he had the flay in back. I didn't see Trevor's flay. I don't know if he has it up or not. He might be saving for the Jax Q. But given that you have chompers down, I think you have to flay backwards. That said, this is a no flash jinx, and there was, yeah, like this flay from Trevor is trolling. That flay needs to be the canceled jacks, and they get cleaned up in a scenario where it was no flash jinx. They see everyone up here just now, by the way. Like, they just killed that ward, right? And look at their bot wave state. All they need to do is just step back here and jerk it, and that lit show again on the map. And there is no loot. There's no loss. This is a no-lose scenario, but Trevor and CCG just get fucking bored. Which, honestly, is a pretty common occurrence in this series. We get bored a lot in this series as CCG. All right, good find. Crimson does his best, but he ends up retreating towards the Zen. Actually, maybe Crimson can play this better. Did he E? Yeah, he did. Oh. Yeah, I think that this E flash, he could have flashed back into his turret. Now, yeah, he could have flashed back into the turret. I just E plucks. E plucks. Oh, Dragoon's flash. Yeah, he didn't pop the Q either. I know Dragoon kind of flashed over it, but if he reacts to that, it could have been really big. He didn't flash into the turret, so he goes down. That's really big for Lit. They do have 6 grubs, so they can punish side plays really hard. It's not too bad with Jax. Like, I mean, they shredded that. Yeah, he could have. I agree. Could have played that better. We die for the Drake. I mean, I will say that this post play, like, Lit should help with this. They have a ward mid, and they go to defend. Like, they go jack off on the map to try and defend the messages lane, because they think it might be an overcommit, which honestly is reasonable, because they are on the Drake, but they don't help Xin at all. They drop mid prio, and then Xin just gets turreted. That's kind of on Lit. I think that if they lean bot, and they let Ari just try and clean up, it's much better. There's an oopsie. This was Chad Rockboom. Didn't have to even flash. That's Chad, though. Where's the name Cubby come from? I was a Cubs fan growing up. My grandpa worked for WGN. And my original Xbox Live gamer tag was Cubby Matster6, which was terrible. But my friends called me Cubby when we were playing Black Ops together. And the nickname stuck. I had the nickname, I was counselor Cubby when I was a camp counselor. When I went to college, I started gaming and playing League. My name was Cubby. Yeah, I don't like this charm flash either for messages. That's just... Charm kind of split the uprights. So that's how we got the name Cubby. This play from that was bad. I remember this one. So, like, I will say Lit has mid prio here, and they have top and deep. And if Dragoon shifts and they shift up, I think that's the play. So they could play for River right now. But they play to get on Bradley. And Dragoon does have a TP window, but his TP comes in late, so Crimson TP's first. And because of Yukino interrupting messages, they weren't able to get the chain off on Bradley. And it's a good flash from Bradley. So messages has to burn everything here. Oh wait, no. They won this play. Sorry, I'm trolling. Yeah, that's right. I mean, I thought this play, like, from this angle is even, like, kind of hard. I think Trevor is just Omega trolling by using the Lantern when he does. It's a good flash by Kizno to get on Bradley. But, like, what is this Lantern for? And then we miss Flay. Dragoon goes down. Instinct doesn't swap to minigun here. I think if Instinct swaps to minigun, maybe you get an extra auto off on messages. You get that other reset. But even if that's the case, there's no Lantern now for Trevor to get onto Instinct. Trevor used his Lantern to move Instinct like 10 pixels. I did not see Ari's DMAT stacks, but I actually don't even know if Ari took DMAT. I've seen, I don't know the math. I will say, I don't know the math on DMAT stacks right now. I've seen a couple Aris make sure they use it on melees, because I'm pretty sure the breakpoint is so early on mage creeps that you can just use it on other stuff and it's fine. It's either that or you use it on cannons to, try and create or match timers. Yeah, all good. Sorry, I can't help you more on that one. I like this draft from CCG. This was good. So, Dragon's in 45, and they see the Jax in deep bot, and Jax doesn't have a TP. So, yes, Jax does get this wave all the way in, but they pull it to get Jax to come up, and they do spot it. And they hold their control ward with Bradley. This was nice. And they try and get a full wombo down, which they do get an execute. But Instinct is no sums. And this Lantern from Trevor is so fucking troll. For me, Trevor has to play this fight differently. He has to play behind Instinct. This Lantern gives 0 value. He needs to play behind Instinct. The ideal situation, I think, for Thresh in this setup. I guess it does enable Bradley to be really far up and you can't depth charge. But you can still be responsive about this. And because the start of the fight's so good, this Lantern just ends up being no value. This is kind of a preemptive Lantern. Honestly, it does open up a play. I'm kind of okay with it. Looking back, actually. Bradley does have a really good opener to the start. The issue is that Instinct... Oh, Dragoon's flash. I think Trevor needs to walk up with Instinct and threaten the fact that he can flay Jax away. We need to be up here, and then we can flay Jax out to protect these guys. And then we can try and get Instinct up here. I will say Dragoon does have flash. This does make it hard. Even, regardless, it's fine. Instead, Trevor gets counter-striked, and they one-tap. And I will say, if you look at the replay, Rockboom has himself a fucking fight here. Crimson taking this Lantern, I think, would have been decent. Yeah. Rockboom had a really nice fight. When we go through the replay, we'll watch Rockboom's fight. So, again, for me, Trevor, that's a waste of a flay. The Q's going to come back up from Jax. We need to wait for it to be Counter-Strike. I don't know. You are kind of dead at that point, given where Jax Q's at. Again, Jax heals really nicely. Oh, yeah. Okay, watch Rockboom's fight. Rockboom's fight was really good here. I mean, his front line gets absolutely cooked. And then he gets in, and he makes sure that he executes Instinct off depth charge, right? That's all good. And then he's down a man. But he actually sees the angle with Jaxi to go up auto Ori, who is Sumless. Gets Ori really low, then gets Crimson really low, and then DPS is Yukino. So without having any sums, Rockboom was effectively able to play both sides of the fight and got a lot of damage off. And that's how they were able to win the rest of this, really. So respect to Rockboom for sacking himself to play like a Chad. We love that. I think that's like that was a really, really strong fight from Rockboom. Rockboom had a nice game. There we go. At least when we use Flay for Aftershock on the Counter-Strike, yes, we get hit by it, but we can match the Aftershock so it can't be followed up. Yeah. So, Yukino based off a timer. And they just insta-start it right when Yukino hits base. And this does not get spotted. And it's just a freebie. CCG are playing their out their lanes. And this was terrible. Like, they saw Plucks with that ward. They didn't see Kaisa. And regardless, we have a sweeper up. So Yukino needs to sweep before he bases. Because if he kills that ward and sweeps it, he can at least defend, like, protect his base. Instead, it's just a freebie. So that's lazy gaming again from CCG. CCG were the most, like, for me, the much better team. Like, they won 3-1, but some of their mistakes are pretty bad. And we're going to have an aneurysm in the next game. That's just lazy gaming. This is also lazy gaming. Dragoon needs to play out mid. Like, you push out mid lane here, and you defend down like here. Like, you're going to defend this line. Instead, he's just deciding to walk into fog when absolutely no one's showing. Like, they need to play out their waves a little bit to get CCG to walk in. You don't need to walk into the jungle. You have Baron. They should be responding to you. That said, it's fine because we have a sick fight, you know. It's all good. Watch Rockboom again in this. Rockboom right here is going to just flash on Bradley. Like an absolute fucking Chad. And he gets Bradley flash. And then the rest of the fight. The Vi gets one tapped. It's a really nice step charge. He gets 3. And then Rockboom gets in the back. Because there's no Ori. And they just murk the entire fight. So good job, Lit. I still don't think they should be walking in here. I guess the scenario is they do see Gragas. But like if this hits, then they at least get a nice chunk on Dragoon. Like, Jigs got Dragoon to half. They actually hit their shit and chain things. I think it's doable. They just get a free pick. That said, I think Crimson Cast needs to come out here when Depth Charge hits on Instinct, because you at least get people out. Like, the Cask was and it didn't get Dragoon out. Because Dragoon based and TB'd back. That's really nice from Dragoon. He sacked his health bar and he got back in. I think that's chill. Yeah. Big fight. So yeah, back in this game. They take a bunch of turrets off this. I think they got 3 or 4. And they have the gold lead now. So Drake taking on the back half of Baron push. I like that. Like, they prioritized everything else first. Rockboom goes down. Lazy base. I like this hunt. I don't know what kind of info they had. They literally just pushed. And it's not a synced up base from Lit, so they get toasted. Like, if Rockboom continues to walk back and bases under the inner, or bases in fog. I think if he bases in fog, he still dies, but... We've seen both variations of Gragas. Like, I think there's Sunfire and then there's this. I have to talk to players about the difference. Pretty much Gragas, if you get to this state, you're really strong for the rest of the game. And your goal is to neutralize things, but like you are a tank of sorts, right? I'm not exactly sure what the decision factor is for the build, and frankly, I will say this game, I think it just should be tank build, given that the entire goal of your comp should be to get Jinx or reset. But I'm not sure what kind of impact that has on the Jax matchup. And you do get quite a bit of ability haste with this build, which is really what I think Gragas needs, and that's fine. Like, for Gragas, you're playing for your abilities, and I'm okay with this. They don't have a way to break your Seraph shield, and like, I think that's a deciding factor, because that is a big one. Okay, so Instinct has Flash, just came off cooldown. But this fight is, Yukino just goes so fucking deep, and Bradley doesn't have a chain with Yukino, because he can't. My Crescent guard's up, and so for me, I don't know what that Q is from Crimson. I don't know what Yukino's doing here either. It's a really nice depth charge. And Instinct is not able to auto anyone, and then they just all die. Big game for Rock Boom and Lit. That was their one win, and we moved to game 2. Next game. Of course, we are in Fearless Draft, so these champs checking away. CCG versus Litz. We have Azia first pick, and then Zin plus this. I thought we should have grabbed a marksman with Nautilus. And I was really surprised that we just grabbed Xayah here. It didn't make a ton of sense to me. I will say that how this draft ends up panning out is it's an Instinct Zeri. He is kind of pushed to this pick. But there are a lot of marksmen taken away. He can't Jinx. And then there are 5 marksman bans. For me, I thought this was, if anything, potentially an Ezreal game, because you can outrange this, but I think even Trinity Force Ezreal can't get through all this. But the issue with Zeri is that Zeri is limited on range. This outranges it. This, you can at least threaten the root. This, you have your R. There's combo here, and then this removes one of your frontline pieces. So this game, for me, is actually a little bit difficult for Zeri. I thought Renekton was fine this game, but still you're into this. Zen, okay, but Talia had value into all 5 members here. And CCG gets a fucking monster lead in this game, and then they monumentally throw it because they get bored. And this game ends up being one of the stupidest games I've ever casted. The ban's kind of troll. No, I think 580 bans, we're seeing a lot of marksman bans in the meta, and I think the bans are completely legitimate. Oh, boy. This is kind of troll, though. They just don't exit as a team. Like, why are you trying to walk back mid? You just showed you're against the Nautilus. Keep the Nautilus on your screen. Don't give them an opportunity to pinch. You didn't have vision there. It's really bad. So, first blood to Bradley's is here. Hooray. Nice Q from Pluck, so it's just a trade. And level 2 comes in, and they get Pluck's Flash, which is bad. So they need to play a little bit further back. I know they're trying to get melee XP, but I don't think they would have missed too much here. Like they're all focusing on another minions, so I think they would have been able to pick that up. I said Trevor doesn't have Aftershock up, or wasn't able to get Aftershock up until that. So I think Trevor ends up pushing up too far. He's going for that creep. They're trying to get this in so Instinct can 3-wave base, and it is a trade. So he goes down. Instinct is going to go for the flip here because he sees Kisno on a ward. And then it's a trade. Rockboom misplays this. If Rockboom stays behind the creeps here, he gets out. Instead, he walks down to try and get behind the turret, and Instinct is able to weave an auto in there. So if he stayed behind the creeps, would have been fine. 80 carries weak in this meta and aren't much win condition like 2023. Yeah, like top lane's really good right now. I think 80 win con is like, I mean, it's there, but regardless, if you're playing Jinx, it's there. And I will say that this patch, they did buff the crit items. And so I think marksman and double marksman comps are pretty good. But yeah, I do think that top lane matters more than people. I think top lane actually matters quite a bit to split, pretty much. And you can make anything win count with any draft, but yeah. All right, so Flux is level 2. This is a nightmare scenario, and Kisno for me is kind of fucking up here. He's yet to base, and he's trying to go for a super clear. He doesn't have the crab yet, but his bot lane, this wave is frozen. And Kisno's opening clear was he 3-camped. 3-camped, he dropped his blue buff. And so like his camp was already there to defend his bot wave, but he didn't do so successfully. And then he gets pulled off. Like he cleared the B bot to try and defend it, and he gets nothing here. Besides the wave. When we get out, he's returned to his camps, so he is behind. And I really like what Yukino does, is Yukino, he started on his Raptors, so this side of camps are already respawning. He 3-camp based, he has a longsword, and he just runs straight down here. This bot wave is frozen. Instinct's already up a level, because Rockboom's just missed way too much. And this game for bot lane's over. And it's over until Kisno is able to get in here and fix things. So like even that trade, Rockboom gets a decent trade. It just doesn't matter. I really like Yukino taking this trade. And yeah, Plux tries to turn it, go back in. Look at this wave. When it returns the bot wave, look at this. It's so doomed. It's so doomed for Rockboom. He's already down a level. And he can't walk up at all. Like Zeri is just going to keep on zoning him off the wave. He's got no sums, and he's dead. He tried to get in there. He's dead. And again, we're on our Krugs and our respawn Raptors during this. That's wrong. We need to be bot. There's just, I know that Wukong wants to farm. It's really fucking hard when this is your game. So we have an incredibly starved Xayah now, and a 4-on-1 Zeri. Meanwhile, top lane, Bone Plating comes back, and Crimson gets yoinked in, and he dies. If he Qs here, isn't it just a kill? Oh, he must not have Q. Oh, he Q'd. Oh, why are we gonna Q there for going for the all-in? Crimson, we have this. Why are we Qing this? He wants Fury. That's a waste of a Q. He hits 6 off that. So I think if we just play this a little bit more casual, Crimson can actually win this, but he really fucks that up. Well, that's bad. Damn, I think Crimson actually did have the level 6 solo kill angle. Like, he's going to hit 6 first on that wave, and he for sure had Dragoon kill threat, but Bone Plating came back up, and his Q was a fucking waste before he went in. Because this trade's really good from Crimson. That's a really good trade, right? Yeah. But, like, there is a world where if he doesn't Q, I know that he got 6 off this creep. So I will give him a pass there, but like, why are we dashing in for 6? If his Q's up, the creep wouldn't have been that low. We just have to wait. We just have to wait for this wave. We just have to show some patience. We don't need to Q that creep and then taking a dash like that. If we actually wait, then it's fine. And because now top lane goes from being like pretty one for Renekton and serious kill threat with level 6 first to being doomed. That said, it's fine, guys. Our Zeri is 4-1. And they're letting the Xayah lane push. So I think that Rock Boom's got to be a little bit more careful about how he hits creeps. And I know that with Xayah, you are going to auto push, just given passive, but look at this. And Instinct's being very intentional. He's not touching the wave. He's just freezing it. And all these Qs and rips are really putting Rock Boom in a bad spot. Samurai Flash subbed to the YouTube. Shout out to him. And Kisno is clearing to topside, where we have a Mordekaiser. So because of the reverse clear first, he never found a time to reverse his clear to work his way back towards bot. And again, like his bot win is just doomed. Now he's spotted. He's got to come in here and fix this wave state. Yukino going in here was kind of a happy game moment. Oh, it doesn't matter. Never mind. That's right. The Zeri is 4-1, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. It's fun. So he dashes, like, with messages spotting him. He can keep this game state. They can shove in mid and force messages to respond. Bradley has the fast track to mid right now. And is Azir. Instead, we dash in. And so he gets one-tapped. That being said, Instinct got this wave in and then is able to make it to the fight. And look at the Zeri ult. Yeah. It's fine. Yep. It's fine. It's all good. It's all fine and dandy. Kisno was down ult. He couldn't help there at all. After, the initial play is, like, kind of fine, but that hook from Trevor's good. I do think that Yukino is trolling here, but Instinct was able to get the wave in and kill Rock Boom, so he's up more and more levels again. Meanwhile, topside, Crimson didn't get the Q off. Actually couldn't tell if Q was on cooldown or not. Oh no, he has it up. He was trying to W first. Is he Max Fury? He is. He's flashing this. He still caught it. Crimson could have played this better too. Because if he were Max Fury, so we can get empowered Q and W. I know he's trying to use the empowered W to break the shield, but you need the Q so that you can just fucking live. So if he breaks shield, I think he was trying to break shield and then Q. Maybe they have a chance. But he doesn't flash the Q. And if he does that, I think Dragoon dies, unironically, so. And look, Rock Boom gets to Y. Oh, Rel walked over a ward and Rel's just not bot. There's no setup for mid. I don't know what Plux is doing. Okay. It's even worse now. So this game is, again, incredibly over. We have a 3-level lead 11 minutes in for our Zeri. Then topside. Dragoon can't save it. It's a 5k gold lead. And then Instinct's just going to take a nice little 1v2 here. He gets a 4th plate. Yeah, I mean, we're pathing towards a Mordekaiser. I think Kisno went reverse clear to protect the initial dive, but then he never fixed it. So yes, you were correct. But also, like, bot lane's not good enough, and that's part of why they weak side him, in a way. Like, he just doesn't lane well enough. Also, he doesn't get the help. I don't know. This team, I mean, the issue with this team is that they did not play early game well at all. Like, there are many factors that go into that, individually and team-wise. Okay, so this is, again, we have a 12-30, 8-1 Zeri with a Shiv and a PD. This game, by all intents and purposes, is over. Look, Zeri's in the fight again. We're going to get another 2 kills. It's a 7k gold lead. After that, the 1v2 I said, or the bot dive, like at one point I said FF. I did say FF this game. But fortunately for the side of Lit, Instinct does get a little bit bored. We dash into a 1v3, you know? When Trevor's right behind us, so... We give away a shutdown, and we lose our area on map. It's fine, guys. We just needed to really find out if we could take the 1v3 there. This game gets a little... I mean, this game wasn't serious. Let's be honest. I mean, A, we have Zeri and the CCG this far ahead, and then B, this game actually becomes legitimately close. So we're diving the Mordekaiser. He gets to honorably select someone to join him, which is Yukino. And then he just Rs, and he's dead. So he still still enough time. Crimson gets the wave. Kind of. He gets murdered by Talia, even with a Hex Drinker. No ult for Kiss now, and then with everyone showing everywhere. I mean, Trevor's going to support this play, and Instinct is catching this wave high. Is like, I'm fine, guys, but he still has no sums. And so Lit are able to actually one-shot him. Like, Kisno got the shutdown, and he added the Trinity Force, and that was a lot of gold. So Kisno's decently strong right now, and that's a good play to get another shutdown on the Zeri. And a big fuck up again from CCG. They're just trying to do too many things. Instinct got a little bit bored. Alright, so reset on map. Put topside for CCG. Answer play. Let's overextend it a little bit. But they're getting Porson back. It does get them a free Drake. So this Drake does go over. Crimson sniffs this one out. It's fine. Crimson tries to play the wave here. I think Crimson actually played this decently well. If anything, he should have popped ult like earlier. Because he knows that this dive's coming. So he tried his best. I'm okay with him not flashing too. Messages try to get out here. So you can see he burns Seraph's shield. And he didn't get all the way out. That's an oops. Then we go bot. Instinct is hitting the turret. And then after that, Wukong gets in. I mean, I think Trevor, again, is, like, not serious with this. I mean, just hit the fucking turret. Also, like, I actually, no, I will say that if Trevor forces this, Bradley goes over the wall and it's fine. But let's see where Bradley's at. Oh, he E'd. Oh, he failed. Okay, so we're actually just limit testing the CCG. God damn it. God bless the States. God bless the States, man. This game was not serious. So you play for top outer. What? We know Kisno's here. He's been here. He was spotted trying to get in here. Forgot what does NACL even play for besides winning the play. I mean, this is to get in the league. This is the highest stakes you can have, quite frankly. So these are big. Bradley gets like a big hook, but Instinct gets caught. So the E, he gets stuck in the wall. I actually missed that on cast. That's kind of funny. So he had to flash. And that's a bit unfortunate. And again, like, Trevor's just taking a fight before the turret's down. Instinct's down flash. He has to dash out. Crimson did take that, and he TP's in. Like, it's to protect the Zeri, but there's no play. Actually, no, there was a play. I remember... If Instinct doesn't auto these creeps, by the way, Crimson E's in. And even if he flashed E, I think that he gets like a fucking... Like, if he E's through these creeps, I think Crimson actually just gets a triple kill here. But Instinct hit the creeps. I did catch that. That's why I didn't talk about Instinct getting stuck. I forget what the replay looked like. Yeah, I missed that. Okay. Anyway, the fact that CCG, like, this game is even close, and you can see Rock Boom's only a level down now on the Zeri, and Instinct did go for, like, Seekers, which I think is okay at this point, honestly. I didn't hate this. Bradley gets caught, though. Good flash. I don't know if he needed the second charge of ult. Regardless, Trevor cancels this. And the one fight they removed Talia first is really good for CCG. So the Xayah and the Rel are trying to join the fight. Instinct does use his Seekers, which he had to with the Q flash, but he does go down. Just, he's the only one that dies, and everyone else goes ham. No. So that's Baron. We aren't watching that. There's nothing to see there. This was atrocious. So Yukino's engage kind of gets stymied by the back half of Rel W and Wukong. And then Instinct doesn't have sums and walks into Seismic Shove combo. And then Bradley doesn't get enough with this shove, and he's stuck. Like, Bradley actually plays out the fight the best he can in the back half, but he's stuck, and I think CCG, all they have to do is just play the waves. They have a dragon up, they can play waves, it's fine, but instead they run in and die. Again, we are board gaming. I really can't explain it that other way. Like, we legitimately just got bored in this game. And Rockboom actually was able to put together a fight good enough where they can win. I know that he goes down, but let's get some to Drake, and that's another bounty. I just fix your goddamn waves, man. We're walking in here before we have the waves, and then we just walk in and die. It's bad. At Baron, picking fight in the jungle is pretty bad in CCG. Yeah, I mean, it's just lazy. It's lazy gameplay. Like, there's really just no other way to describe it. CCG is a really good team, but it took some shortcuts. So Yukino gets caught. He's fixing mid. Odragoon Blast comes over. Yukino's in the cage. Goodbye. I mean, Yukino played that about as well as he could, but he's still dead. And then the flip side, so Instinct gets a big R off. But the Yoink is really good. At least that time, like, again, Instinct has trouble operating in his fights. That Yoink was really good. And it's a really nice R from Rock Boom. Instinct's trying to save his flash, which he does, but they just drop the fight. Rock Boom had a nice fight there, too. And, I mean, it starts when they're already down a man. Like, Mord's just removing someone from the fight immediately. I don't know. Again, like, this game ended up being legitimately close. Instinct's full build already. So he's not scaling into the game, and Rock Boom has 4 items at this point. They're even levels. So Rock Boom was soloing out the Drake. CCG, they hop on the Baron. Dragoon gets Yukino in the Death Realm. Like, he just flashes Death Realm's Yukino, and they yoink. So again, like, I mean, this game at this point is legitimately winnable. Unfortunately for Kizno, it is a one-way trip. And then from here, messages, like, the Flux gets canceled. They kill Dragoon. Instinct can run down. Messages and Rock Boom don't retreat together. And I think that's why Rock Boom ends up going down. I know Messages was low, but there was no Unraveled Earth. Instinct, really nice Sanyas to get out of that. And Messages goes back, but that's game. This game was silly. Game was silly. All right, next game. Game 3. We have Bear first pick. Whoops. Bear first pick, Jace Rumble. I think Trist, Maokai, you're going to have losing jungle matchup, but this is okay. We take Cassante. No Aatrox, but Cassante, you at least have some ways to play into this. My issue is that I don't think Kog'Maw is doable. I know that so many ADs are once again taken away, because look at Instinct's or Rock Boom's options here. All these are gone. We could have first picked something on this side. Oh, actually, no, we couldn't. So we just took away the 2 ADs that we played. That's fine. You don't want to play Jinx, or Jinx is banned. Ezreal, Zeri bans were good. They just took away the 2 mobile marksmen. I mean, what do we have as options here if you're Rock Boom, legitimately? Whoops. I can at least sort and draft law. It's fine. Who's a mobile marksman that we could like actually play here? I mean, Neela? No. It's really hard. You just don't have options. It was legitimately like maybe a Vayne. Huh. But you're into Aphelios, and I don't know who beats Aphelios. Like, all the matchups are taken away. No Senna, no Ezreal. You could go Jhin and just play far enough back where it's doable, or you could set up for Lucian Milio. I think, looking back, they probably should have set up for Lucian Milio, but I think Aphelios counters Milio. So, if anything, I think instead of taking away the Kai'Sa and the Xayah, I don't think Xayah really fits the identity. I know that you're denying Xayah Rakan. I think Lit kind of made a mistake drafting Xayah in isolation when they did. They have to go for Lucian. I think removing Aphelios to set up Lucian might have helped here. Like, that's literally their only option. That's hilarious. There's so many marksmen that are just down in the series. All right. Not the case. That said, we have Aphelios, Lulu, and then just Orbital Assault comp. And we have winning lanes. Triss gets shove early, like very early, but then Jace kind of catches up. VoD can invade. We have shove top. We have some shove bot. We can play into the Kog'Maw lane. That's the game plan for CCG. But this was definitely a scenario where Fearless really pinched a pool. So we have to play something like Milio Cog. I think Milio, thematically, it does kind of counter Rumble. So I appreciate that, but not the case. Well, when they banned Kai'Sa Xayah, they aren't pitching themselves at all, given Fearless, because those are the 2 champs they played. And they are on red side, but they did choose red side, so yes, this is they're still making the choice. And I think at this point, Jinx was going to be banned from Rock Boom, like, for the full series, so not surprised about that. So they try the dive. Kisno, for me, W'd a little bit early. And then Rock Boom takes aggro. And so I just don't know if this is ever doable. Like, the health bars are a little bit too high. We have a Milio. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Keep in mind that we are in a split map scenario, and Maokai drops his camps to get here early, so we can just farm before Maokai, but like we felt like we had to go for this timer in case Volibear comes down to defend, but this just isn't there at all. So I'd rather have the Maokai just get the farm and play it chill. So a lot gets burned here. CCG won this game. They need damage support for jungle for this dive. I agree. I don't think this dive's ever doable. So be able to. Yeah, no, Yukino is a good player. He played with 100 Thieves, with Sniper, actually, on their academy team last spring. He definitely, he's a bit of a hands player, and needs to develop, but yes. Good smiter from Kisno, but he still gets fucked in this matchup. Like, again, Bear. I really like how Yukino is playing for respawn wraps in this scenario. And, I mean, he takes over top side, and now the top dive is very doable. And the split map was created by Volibear in the first place. And Dragoon's just dead on my screen. So, there's nothing he can do. He actually plays this out to the best he can. He actually gets Crimson Flash out of this. Like, that's quite good. But they still get the wave in, they get his TP, and they get a really good start for Crimson, who does a nice job of laning. So jungle showing top. Lit at least gets a timer to try and do this Drake. And they did have both waves in, but they aren't strong enough. Kisno needed to be on this earlier. He's hovering the ward to make sure this gets in. They just spotted Yukino on the dive. I know that he has a little bit of time to kill, but he needs to be on this dragon from spawn if they want to do it on this timer. And the fact that he waits here when Volibear can't be... There's 0% chance that Volibear's here. So he just wastes 12 seconds. He needs to be on this on spawn, and then they take it. Instead, he waits there. And it gives CCG an angle to actually get in. And it's blue-purple for Aphelios, which is really scary. So Kisno dies. Messages does make a play for Yukino, but the fight's losing. And so it's a 3-for-2. Drake does go over to Lit, but it's a lot of gold to Aphelios, and I think Kisno kind of griefed that by sitting in a spot where Volibear could never be there. Like, if you're on Dragon at 5 minutes too, the only way the Volley can interact with that play is if he walks straight down. And you're also, you can kind of reasonably assume that there's a high chance that Volley either has to base or he just got top advantage, but Dragoon was TPing back, so he can't even do grubs. Like, if he walks down through mid, he just had his play. It's tough. Okay. So red spawning. Yukino is strong. He beats the shit out of this Maokai pick if he finds him, so Yukino is just going to go find him. He has winning mid-top at this point, so he's just playing on the top side of the map, and Yukino did play this game out well, in the sense that, like, he's strong side of this side of the map. He's contesting every Raptor respawn. He's contesting red buff. Bradley knows exactly where the jungle is, so he can play this lane very volatile, so he gets us all the way in, forces messages back. They take this, like, this top side of the map is just fucking dunzo. Or I just subscribed. Yo, why are more people finding my YouTube? Is it like actually hitting the algorithm, or what the fuck's going on? I have no idea.
Timing could be great, but like you said,
hey,
Cubby,
Barrow1, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Really nice solo kill here by Dragoon. I think Dragoon So Rumble overheats when he gets stunned. That's a mistake from Crimson. Because he only gets 2 overheat autos off with how Dragoon played that. And that's how Dragoon was able to win this. So really well played by Dragoon. It's a bunch of Cubs fans joining the party. I mean, the Cubs are on a hot streak to start off the season, so respect. Bit of a heater to start things off. That's a really big solo kill from the Dragoon. Like, they needed a strong point on the map. Dragoon was that point here. And Bradley was setting up for potential EQ. He had support. I think he went a little bit early. Messages kind of new. Regardless, he does get a plate off of it, and he does miss the EQ, but if he would have too. So we see Milio come in to support this, but because Milio is late on play, this reset... What was the bot lane reset here? So they got this all the way in. Instinct gets this all the way in. Milio's hovering mid, and Trevor used this to like go pressure the cog. And then Dragoon just dies top. Which, I don't know how this happened. This is bad. Oh, I think he W'd in and missed from the looks of things. He doesn't have ult yet, so he literally just gets one-tapped. That's bad. It's what we like to call an unforced error. Alright, Yukino's here. We buffer. Yeah. We're just so much stronger on this side of the map. Once this is spotted, no one can be on the map right now. Plux is spotted. They don't have sweep. They don't have control ward. Maokai was spotted on the way down because of all the wards are really good. Because Trevor just was able to walk here. So they chunked mid. Trevor dropped all these wards. So they scout out this entire play. And Yukino's here. And he's just a level up and way stronger. And they just absolutely fuck on this bot lane. And there's a TP from Dragoon. It is a little bit sad that got relegated out. And then Dragoon's not able to get in here. Yukino's able to get him out. And top lane's doomed. And they don't get the dragon. Now Yukino trolled a little bit here. He is stuttering. And this, you will see this comes in to actually hurt them. Because he gets onto the dragon. Oh, Instinct doesn't help him either. So they thought they had this for free and they don't. Bradley gets forced out. And then Kizno is just able to flash and take the dragon away, which is honestly really big. And it gets Yukino's flash. This is a little bit troll from CCG again. Instinct tried to take the wave, get the wave all the way in instead of doing the Drake. He doesn't help out, and they I don't know. CCG for sure played with a lot of ego in this series. I was still tilted from game 1, if I'm going to be real. Game 1 was, or game 2, I should say. Like, Instinct's like 8-1, and it has a 1230 PD and Shiv, and the game's close. Like, what the fuck? I thought there was a world. I was a little bit surprised that Kizno didn't send this. So I think if he Qs and then messages jumps in and Ws, he's dead on my screen. Not pick a ban from ego? I mean, it was an oopsie. I mean, they missed the ban, and they jokingly said, oh, we don't need it, you know. Alright, so 6 grubs were taken by CCG. This was nice from Dragoon, but Crimson plays this out better. Because we just red carpet them. Really well played here by Crimson on the Rumble. And I hated this play from Kizno. I think Rumble, like, at this point of the game, is already ahead. Has Ignite, is really strong. You're playing towards this, and they have first rotation top. This is a Hail Mary play. And it was everything for it. And, yeah. That's the angle where you can actually maybe try and look towards bot, but I think there's just no play for Kizno. You should just try and get all the farm you can. Top lane dies. And the game continues to just get more and more doomed. Bot was also forced out at this point, so it's an L across the map. CCG is winning both sides. They have 6 grubs. They just shredded both turrets. This is a decent attempt from Wit. Like, this game is hard at this point. They at least were able to get... Oh, well. Nice ult from Trevor. The Q misses. And Instinct flashes out. I sidestep an Instinct on the 1R. Got him out. And then from here, I mean, it's a big bear. He does die, but it's also a big Jace. And a big Rumble. And we can just kind of reset and lean on Jace poke, which didn't connect there, but that is the right idea. You can see they're just trying to lean on Jace poke. I didn't know the angle here for Lit. I know that Dragoon's on Vision. There are no ults. I think that Lit probably should have dropped this because it's about what ults come off cooldown first, and it was always going to be Equalizer here. And then messages die jumping in like that. I mean, we're jumping in the die. Yukino is able to go... Dragoon! The bear! Oh, I mean, I think messages jumping in is an oops. Dragoon has to choose one side, and we lose everything. Dragoon, I think Dragoon has to peel the bear here. Like, he sacks himself. I would rather sack the Trist. Equalizer comes back. It does so much work. And then they get this, and then it's Bradley poke the rest of the way. Yeah, well played. And they cleaned up the back. And then, I mean, this game's fucking over. Trying to set up a plan. Crimson, the CV walked up. They don't have anyone, though. Like, there's no one on this side of the map, so I think it's just failed play. And this game's really hard. Rumble Jace is way ahead, and they can just strike from above at any point. Really like this to get message jump. They see Dragoon bots. If Dragoon doesn't TP, they have a play. Dragoon does TP, they catch Yukino. I thought messages with red buff might be able to turn it, but Instinct comes in. Really good flash here from Bradley. It does get Dragoon in, and he does get Yukino, but Dragoon dies. And then Bradley hits a really big shock blast right here. That gets 3, and then the fight's over. And then Instinct has some really nice spacing. They get everyone but Rock Boom, and they were able to do Baron afterwards. Or everyone but messages, sorry. Or whoever walked out, I don't know. I thought this was okay for Wit at the start, but that shock blast was really big. Equalizer was kind of shit. It could have been used a lot better. I think they should have saved it for the turn. Or used to follow up that, but regardless. Really like green-purple for Instincts. When you have Rumble Jace, green-purple is like really strong. Yeah, because now you just find roots and people die. Yukino's in waits. Yukino's kind of... He doesn't even get the turret stable here. God damn it. I mean, Crimson's not here. They don't need to force this. I know that the ult comes down, but they can just walk out from this. I don't know why Yukino sends it. He gets melee ults, whatever. And again, 6 rub team. Crimson ults to force him off. They get way too low. Dragoon goes in, but he dies. Instinct flashes forward. 6 grub. It's Grubageddon. I thought this was actually a losing scenario here. Like I think Instincts, they should probably not try and push for end there for me, but it just didn't matter. Bradley ends up rotating out and left shock blast where it's big. Crimson did some serious work there. It was a really nice Sanya's. Yeah. So Bradley just TP's back in, and they one-tap messages, and that's game. GG, CCG, on to game 4. Doing this series, and then the Blue Otters Winthrop tonight, guys. I'm doing those 2 tonight. So this stream will continue after this game. Okay. I might take a step out in between to get a little bit of water, but we'll see. This be a long one. Okay, final game of this series. First pick Varus. So CCG still banning out marksmen that they've played. And then we have other marksmen. We don't want them to first pick. And an Ari. All teams keep the roster where you saw Blue Otter and CCG. I don't know where I put CCG. CCG are good. I think Blue Otter is just kind of ends up like bottom of the pack. But CCG are good. Like CCG for me is top half in the league, yeah. I think they'd be competitive with Supernova. At 3. I don't know where Blue Otters would be. Anyway, I want to get to this game. This is kind of a fun draft from CCG. First pick Varus. The response is Sivir Azir. Which is Aurelia Sedge with Slam. So we're playing fast. I wanted Asol here. I thought Varus Asol would really fuck this, but nope, we're playing fast. That's okay. Kindred taken for Kisno. It's 3 range, 3 squish, and we opted into that against the Smork comp. For me, Poppy needs to be drafted here in this draft. You need to take Poppy here, but Kisno is a Kindred specialist. Throw out some bans. They wanted to pick Alistar, and they had Silas, and they're scared of Bradley, the potential Aurelia top. So they take Cow. It is Rek'Sai and Seraphine, and then it is Set. I think the pick here... I don't know what the pick here is. I don't like Set. I think Set's just a bad champ right now. Even if I do like Dragoon's Set. It's got no Mord, no Jax, no Cassante. Jax and Cassante are like probably 2 of the safer picks. But in the Rek'Sai, like you can't play Aatrox in the Rek'Sai Sedge. Set, you can at least kind of deal with it. So, and the Renekton band's tough. Again, you do have the option legitimately to flex Poppy. If you take it here, I think Poppy pick was needed. I mean, we don't know the rosters yet, but it's FlyQuest challengers. They're legitimately good. All right. So that's the draft. I will say, like, in past seasons, I've said that, like, TLA, like, some of those old TLA teams, I said would have been, like, top, like, could have made playoffs in LCS, like, even the 16 playoffs. I'm not going to go out and say that about FlyC. But I will say that, like, LCS was really competitive this year. And if you put FlyQuest Challengers in there as the 9th team, I don't know if they take last. Like, they're a competitive team for sure. I don't know what Trevor's doing here. I think he's trying to see if there's anyone else in the brush, but, like, just go. You can take a chunk on Alistar. So you just threw it in Narnia. All right, scouting word from Bradley. Well, I'll see where Maryville's at in summer because I don't know if Niles can keep playing for them. I know he's working in another degree, but Maryville, it will be summer for Maryville, so we'll see what kind of roster they run. They might run. I mean, that team that they have is really good, right? And they should be very good in C-Law, but we'll see. There's a chance they could switch things up. All right, so Dragoon for me has to get these early waves in and then reset if he wants to have a champ in this match or a chance in this matchup. And he does not. So now his matchup's hard. The clap misses and yeah. What do you mean about TL running a full Korean roster? That makes no sense to me. I mean, like, they switch up, like, where APA and Roamer are at and in-houses sometimes? Do you mean that? Okay, so for me, it is important to note is Poke Ferris. They did not base on 3. And I will say that Instinct in this early lane, like a lot of his poke wasn't connecting. Like you're playing, like if this is your health bar against Sivir Alley, I personally think you kind of fucked up the lane. If you're playing Poke Ferris into this. So Kisno gets in here afterwards and Trevor just doesn't react to the flash combo. And he ends up going down, which is a big oops. So that actually gives Lit a way into the game. Because for me, Lit had 3 losing lanes. So the fact they turned bots, really important. They'll have 5 Korean players, including Arrow, and whoever I forgot playing for him. No, Arrow's a coach for FlyQuest Challengers. TL's current Challengers roster, top to bottom, is Jenkins, Keel, Roamer, Spawn, 80 carry Spawn, and Kim Down. And sometimes, I'm sure if they run in-houses, they can switch it up. They have run in-houses before, but I don't know what they do in practice. I can tell you that they scrim their Challengers team, and APA thanked Roamer specifically and TL Challengers for helping them prep in one of their interviews after winning LCS. And I know I talked about on Cast how FlyQuest Challengers were scrimming FlyQuest leading up to finals week, so like they were playing in service to their LCS team and not prepping for their finals, which I thought might have been an issue, but it wasn't because they're just too fucking good. And we'll talk about that when finals comes around. I'm VoD reviewing NACL finals tomorrow. I know it's been a week late, but I wanted to do the promotion tournament as we went, which I kind of fell behind on, but I at least kept up with the days that I was casting. And now I'm doing the rest. So you can see Bradley sidestepped that, but he didn't have enough range to get in. No. It's a really nice dip from Bradley, but... Nice from Plux. And I will say Alistar has a lot of value this game, and they just turned bot prio on the Drake, so this is good from Lit. And overall, Lit's actually in decent shape this game. The really scary part about this game for me is that when the 1-3-1 breaks out for CCG, and also top lane is already Rek'Sai favored, which is bad. Set will be good in fights, but it's really hard to play into Rek'Sai. And yeah, the Dragoon already burned TP to get back and goes down. Crimson gets an early kill, and Rek'Sai she's off to the races. It's 2 plates. Kills another wave. Good dive. Box takes 1 too many, but Kisno saves. And then he just didn't sidestep that, so Trevor gets a kill, but still really good. And then this ended up being a really good live, too. So for me, I think Bradley had to flash after he gets his ear shoved in order to survive this. But it gets chained, and he flashes over the wall. So now he's just dead. And they try and chain it. Maybe he can jump on Plux right there while Plux doesn't have cooldowns. He was waiting for Blast Cone, but he ends up just being thrown around a bunch. So there wasn't a play. That said, we still push. Plux failed this combo. It was a bit of a stack. Like, the call was there, but keep in mind, Kisno has no ult, and Crimson flashes on Kisno. And then Dragoon's just in Narnia for this fight because of Blast Cone. So Yukino gets back in, and CCG actually has numbers, even though it was Lit who originally had numbers, and no one can move Crimson. There are just not enough cooldowns left. So Crimson runs this entire fight. And Sivir to support from behind is fine. Or Seraphine support from behind is fine. I think Seraphine this draft actually did have some pretty solid value because we're stacking melees. And we can poke Alistar. So it's quite good. Tilt Master Flax subbed. Damn. I had a lot of people going to my YouTube, dude. I don't know who's shouting out my YouTube. I feel like it got shared somewhere. I don't know. There's no shot I have this many people like subbing to my YouTube now. There's got to be... It had to have like made it somewhere that I just don't know about yet. Did you not want me to put it up in Times Square? Tim, this is why you have the sword. It made it to the algorithm. Thanks, Prophet. Is that how you ended up finding me or no? I assume it was just Twitch. It's kind of fun, though. I mean, some people did drop some comments, and there were a lot of likes, so I appreciate it. Okay, so Red has Waven, bot. We're starting this with weird conditions, but we'd have Rek'Sai first. And Messages can't link. Yeah, Messages takes the wrong path here. Messages has to link through the choke that Dragoon's in. Wait, what? Oh my god! Dragoon ults the unstoppable Rek'Sai instead of the Aurelia. I'm sure that was a mistake. Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I do work on these reviews quite a bit. You know, I've been practicing for a while. I'm not getting better than what am I doing? Yeah, I don't know. This fight just like continued. Kisno walking in here to try and get on Trevor is fine, but we see Yukino here, and Kisno just kind of forgets about it and walks into the brush. And then Pux goes for Instinct. It's so split from Lit. And the Sejuani side just wins because it skirmishes and it's fucking Sejuani. Now we don't have tools. And Crimson just cannot be moved. Like, this Rek'Sai is so massive. It's way too strong. Crimson had a really nice back half of the series. But, like, I mean, why are we taking that path then? That's a little bit troll. But you can see Crimson has the highest KP outside of the Seraphine as the top laner. That's pretty beast. Hang on, I forgot about this one. I looked at my phone for a heartbeat and I missed a fucking big play. I mean, I like this chunk a lot from Instinct. He's just giving Kisno terrible conditions. And then Sejuani just gets to Battle Boar. Instinct is supporting over the top. Crimson is coming. Dragoon has a TP, but doesn't get in. Bradley's here. It's just so... It's kind of ogre. Like that, and then drop the rifts. We're playing 3 lanes. Again, this is like the really scary part of the game for me. Good scoop from Messages. So CCG for me, they played for... That Crash was an oops. Instinct's way too far up here with no sums. They're playing for Crash, but it's bad. And it's well played by Messages. Hey, his flash, but like...
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Proximo, thanks for the follow. Like, he has flash. I don't think CCG... I don't think they should have played for second Crash. Like, that's it. They can go reset and fix their waves and take a step back and not die here, but we're bored. We are bored. Yep. So we get both whibs in on sides. Send you the code to plug in an iPod command, so it will put command with your latest YouTube video. You have to put it in your YouTube ID. Potentially. No problem. Thank you for continuing to do league content. Hey, I appreciate that, Proximo. We're doing our best here. This is the promotion tournament. I'm doing another series after this one, so it'd be the best of 5 to see who gets to face it in the final. Blue Otters did win today to make the NACL as the 10th team, which is kind of cool because it's actually the sponsor. They do community tournaments, and my roommates Rafa and Joshi used to compete in them. Obviously, they weren't the highest deal in the world. Josh's a good player. He's like a low diamond, but they had a lot of fun competing as a team, and they shouted out Blue Otter quite a bit. So, oh, you playing the Blue Otter Gold League? No shot. That's awesome. Yeah, they had a lot of fun. So it's kind of fun. They ended up being a sponsor and making it. Actually, fuck this. We're just gonna play this album. I love this album. This game's pretty over. I mean, it's 6K gold lead. All CCG has to do is just continue to smork with Sejuani. What's up, Chad? Chad, CCG got so bored in this series at so many points. Glad to hear they did well. Yeah. I mean, we're going to watch the next series they had against Winthrop coming up here. So those are the 2 reviews I'm doing tonight. I'll do the rest tomorrow afternoon. My goal for tomorrow is I'm going to do the last promo series and NACL finals before Hotline League. Then after Hotline League, I'm cracking open a bottle of wine, and I'm going to do my stream and review. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of the night to myself. And we'll start doing other non-NA reviews on Tuesday. Chad might remember, like the old people, like, I used to do, I've done since 21. I've done a stream where I just talk about the split after every split. The real ones will remember, as we have CCG trying to make plays on 2 sides. No, that's not tonight. That's tomorrow night. I've got a nice bottle of wine I picked out for myself. Celebrate the end of the split, because I'll be done with all the NA VoDs. Okay, famous event. Yeah, see Chad members. I mean, I just kind of talk and reflect. It's not like we spill tea or anything. This was a dumb play. They're hitting Baron. They're TPing bot. And then they actually give an angle where enemy team can get in and take Baron with numbers advantage. Kisno was forced back at least because he's low, but we're still taking Baron 3v5. We do get it with Smite, but it legitimately gave Lit like at least a couple winning fights to get back into this. So that was dumb. Like, we're doing this with Poke Varus. So only one person survived with Baron and they got a ton of gold. And that they do have scaling in this game, right? So we just go back to pushing out 3 lanes. If anyone... Sejuani's hovering the Rek'Sai side. I think Sej should be hovering the Aurelia side, but Aurelia in this case is coming to collapse. Because if you have Sej Aurelia hovering, you can legitimately win 2v3s, depending on who's there. Okay, we comboed the Rek'Sai. Crimson does get locked up here. But Bradley gets... Kisno. Yeah, Bradley has Spurn Flash, but that's fine. Oh, this fight was sad for the... Instinct played this fight really well. All they have to just do is retreat and they another poke. As you can see, they still have messages. Yukino gets out. So they just find free HP, then Plux is stuck with no cooldowns. Instinct's over the wall. That E's really good. Like, you're slowing through the choke. Dragoon's forced to go in. He would have gotten stunned up and dies. Instinct does flash out. Yukino ints, because, Yukino likes to have some fun sometimes. It's fine. This game's pretty wrapped. They get Drake. How did Yukino die in the back half here? Like, he gets out. He gets fruit. How does he die to messages? I guess him and Bradley were just split. He just Q's in on his own to the Azir. Fuck. Yukino's good, but sometimes we definitely forfun it. That will need to get cleaned up. These guys are just better. I mean, CCG, they were the best team in this tournament. So Dragoon gets stuck on side. No one was showing top side. They show one mid and they collapse. Good call. Like, it's so easy for them to play sides. Their side, like, their Rek'Sai and Aurelia are both so big. Also, Sterax and Spirit Visage is a gross combo. I swear, Sterax needs to be tuned down. This item is a problem. And I think it's a big part of the reason why top lane is actually important this split. This item's not okay. Alright, so we're holding vision. Dragoon is forced to Haymaker. We pull off the Baron. The Smite gets the spell shield from Rock Boom from Yukino, so like this is quite nice. Yeah. So he's forced to cleanse. And Dragoon's forced out. Instinct plays this fight really well. So he just ults the Alistar. And then the stun comes in from Bradley. And the Chain of Corruptions, they just bounce everywhere. And then Instinct's able to clean some folks up. Like, this Q is really nice. Gets Rock Boom. Lit. Or Pux tries to knock him out to cancel, which is not the case. He gets another one off. These are all triple blight stack Qs. Yukino ties solo to the Azir again. There's no one helping him out, but, you know, we're trying to do our best to take down the Azir. And then Mess just gets ran down, and that's the series. So congrats, CCG, on promoting. That was big. Okay. I have the next series. We've got Winthrop, Blue Otter, and honestly, I'm good. Just keep on going. All right, Winthrop versus Blue Otter. For me, this is a rematch at OQ1 final, and then round one. Both teams played each other in a best of 3. Winthrop got the best of them, but I think Blue Otter was scaling a little bit throughout this event. Blue Otter's unique just because Samakin pool is all artillery mages. And that's quite... it's kind of fun / quite interesting. Yeah, so that's... oh, wow, Winthrop. Okay, Cardinal Sin. Cardinal Sin of Fearless Draft. We do not pair these champions. We lose a point and click. Hold on, let me wrap up talking about these teams a little bit. For me, Denethor is actually someone that I want to see in Challenge League. I think he's very strong. Winthrop have an internal rule I learned about, which is that you can only play in NACL if you're a part of a LCS affiliated org. Honestly, I kind of respect that. Like, you at least play as a collegiate team during OQs and you earn a lot. And these teams are definitely good enough to do that. So I don't mind, but selfishly, I wish Denethor was in NACL because that guy's good enough. And he's not, like, this team's decent, you know? I think Winthrop, they dominated Fall and Collegiate. And they're a good team. On the other side, Blue Water, Music as experience. These guys were a serviceable bot lane in NACL. Samakin's young and pretty exciting, and the Lawrence is old school top laner. Is kind of holding his own down there. So with that said, let's dive into this series as we have game 1 draft. We have Talia first pick, which I must say into Blue Water is pretty bold. Lux comes out from Samakin. It's an answer to Talia. Talia will have a lot of push early. Bit. You get outranged by Lux and can get 1 taps later. And Lux can kind of push you around in lane. Also can kind of match your wave clear. I don't mind this matchup being played. What I do really like is that Winthrop, I think they should not have paired each of these together. But I think that you should take Vi. And then consider your AD answer. You can pick Aphelios on its own. But I think taking Nautilus here and Vi, there are... all 4 of these champs are super fucking OP for Fearless. And I talk to teams. Do not pair these 2 together, because now stuff like Kalista Zeri gets so much more valuable throughout the series, because you are missing a big meta point and click coming out. Lucian's the choice for mobility. You can win this matchup, and it's pretty good here, given the Jarvan. And then we have an Ornn into Renekton, which saves a Gragas pick for a later game, which I think is actually kind of clever from Lawrence. I wish I saw this a little bit more. Also, pretty tough for Lucian to get through this. Like, I think Ornn's pretty immovable. Not to mention good front line. I also think TK was really smart this game, given that you're playing into this. So for me, Blue Water, if they can kind of survive the early game, they're actually chilling. And we'll see how Music's Jarvan is. I don't think this is the best game for Jarvan. I would have preferred to see a Poppy, but that's just me. Oh, we're on Twitch. I got 10-second skips now. No shot we started the series like this. Oh, the attack speed buff goes so hard here from J4, by the way. I mean, we just threw out a blind hook and... Oh, no. Oh, no. FF. Remake. Remake. Holy shit. Look at these items, level 1. I do think Link should have went boots. But that's just me. That's just me. I think boots are really valuable on Jinx first. Oh my god. Well, they went for Lynx. Oh, well managed by Winthrop. Oh no. Oh no. Can we play this better? It was well managed at first, because they do get 2. The Q slow is really big, because mobility can't follow up. I think mobility almost has to commit flash. I know the Q misses, but he's getting the wave. Yeah, the E gets cancelled. If he flashes that and gets on Lynx's face, he doesn't has E to follow up and dodge out of the zap, and it might be doable, actually. Good flash from Chookies. Good flash from Rovex, too. Lynx flash is necessary, but... Yeah, once the kill comes in, Jinx wins. That hurts. Well, I guess the dagger's fine. If you're gonna all in like that. I think mobility flashes W. There's actually a winning angle. That's not good. Uh-oh. That's not how this matchup's supposed to go. All these timers are so fucked this game, too, because of that level 1. That's really bad. I mean, this... You don't have a Q, and you know that Renekton hits 3 off this next melee creep. That's just really disrespectful. Going for the auto is so disrespectful. We'll play Denethor, that's free as fuck. You need to save Q to kind of survive Renekton dash and make him burn 2 dashes. And then you can trade back. It's a big part of this matchup. Okay. Nice, we'll play Denethor. Is Conquer going and he just keeps on pressuring? Lawrence's wave is fucked. Nice buffer. Good. Nice. Well played. Really nice setup by Trickster and Denethor. Denethor, because he's Renekton, he can get this wave all the way into... Oh, no, he's going to hold it. Okay. So because he holds it, there's no grub take. I will say that if he wants to push it in, I guess Music would have been topside. Like, each of these junglers are clearing down, so it's 2-1. Then we're just going to hover... Oh, we're going to set up big on mid. I appreciate this look, actually. You do have a timer here, and you spot... I like this look from Blue Water. I know this doesn't hit, but I think it's clever. I think Samikin sold it pretty hard, but... Maybe you can bluff that a little bit better. Regardless, I actually like that timer from them. I appreciate that. I want him back. That's a scary Croc. Croc doesn't have help, but I like the scouting again from Denethor. Like, he's just trying to find jungle. This is really, really, really good. You know, Samakin's in base. It's fine. It's the right timer. Nice. Good punish by Winthrop, too. So the tech here for Lucian is that if you go Fauna Life, you can still proc his passive. So if you have CC heavy things, you can still get Lucian passive, and that's the tech. Actually, I don't know if the Tom went Fauna Life. It would be a little bit troll. Or, if not. I assume he did, because this did, like, a shit ton of damage, but... Good bounce back. And mobility. Mobility solution is... Yeah, and then they use topside pressure to actually get in here and deny. Nice, good job. So they set this up and then revisit it. That's really, really good from Winthrop. So now music is shoved to the other side. Oh, okay, good flush. They do get flush, though. Nice W, too. Lawrence has to go back top. That's fine. Music's denying on this side of the map, and he's going to get out because he's getting rotated on. They want to deny by Talia. Talia did have a ult. I know Sword did just flash, but I think that Blue Water playing through mid kind of is the call here because like Lux, again, can punish this matchup. You can kind of one-tap Talia. And you see that the Talia did go Merc, so very defensive early on for Sword, but if you can shut Talia down, that's a lot of the moves that Winthrop can make taken away, not to mention the mid-game solution is oftentimes like, hey, we're just going to Vi Talia combo and try and find one-shots. Sword going for this build is a little bit tough. Pretty good after level 1. Yeah, no, Winthrop's like, they have good fundamentals as a team. Like, this is a team that they know how to play the game. I think they put together some good early game snowballs in this tournament. I know it's a collegiate team, but they're one of our top collegiate teams, and they're like, they have some good things going for them. They have some decent gamers over there. Ooh. I know Denethor's ahead. I think into this top side, you have to go Black Cleaver. I really like Black Cleaver because when you get Black Cleaver plus Sterax, you're a beast. And Black Cleaver, now, the change they made on the passive is that you always get the move speed, pretty much. They made it so like it's easier to access the move speed from Black Cleaver passive, and I think that's really big later on. Not to mention that Orange is going to perma-stack armors, so I would have rather seen that from Denethor than the Eclipse. I think that your 2-item, you're so much stronger in the game, and you can kind of open up some other things as well with just what you do for Lucian. I'm kind of tempted to like play solo queue after this and queue some Renekton. I've been enjoying playing Renekton. Bork into Black Cleaver time. Is that what Aragon's been doing? I know there's an LEC caster. He's new to this split. Aragon. I popped in a stream and talked to him every once in a while. His stream's really good. Like he's a Renekton one trick. It's like I think Masters Plus is like a challenger before. And he's really smart about top lane. And he talks like a lot of people in EU that are one tricks. And he knows his, like Renekton really, really well. But he's smart. And yeah, that's what he's been doing. I saw him streaming and he's just like doing streams like I'm just gonna rush Bork only and see what happens. Yeah, I think it's really smart. I don't tune into LEC broadcasts like all that too much, but I think his info that he brings is always really good. Which I appreciate the info. Samakin, holy shite. Dude, I might need to play solo queue and play Bowling against Lux. You know, maybe that's what I do. That's too much fun. That's too fucking fun. Well, that hurts. No cleanse. I understandable on Nushin, right? You're trying to play to dash, but that really hurts because now Blue Waters get to play really aggressive. Yeah, I really like what Music does here. This was a fun game. I feel like each of these teams actually played map decently well. Like Music forces out. Okay, they aren't going to stop Renekton base. But yes, I mean, Samakin's doing a really good work here. Not only did he get the kill mid, but he's slowing down Vi so they can continue to deny. And they buy some time for Lynx, who's got 3 kills. And is behind items in Lucian, but it's okay. Oh, it's a really good orange setup. And they get Jinx to reset with Lux. High key Lux Jinx is a good combo. Just because, like, if you can connect with Lux, the upfront damage is pretty crazy, actually. So it's not a priority target. It's a really good wall from Sword. This wall from Sword is great. Because it really makes Lynx's fight hard. Music goes for the big engage, but Mobility actually gets to play the fight out here because of, like, Lynx is zoned off. And Rovax is stuck. That Sword plays this really well. Yeah, this is really, really good from Sword. Wow, that's a really good fight from Sword. That's really well managed by Winthrop. And because Rovax was locked up, there was no eat on Music. Okay. I mean, I know Lawrence is going to go down. Yeah, the Music wasn't able to be eaten here either. I know it's not the priority target, but yeah. I really like how Sword plays this. He zones off Jinx and then gets Jinx Flash. Wow, that was really well done by Winthrop, actually. Like, the engage is okay. I know they one-shot Lawrence, but this is a point of the game where I think the Lucian's, like, decently strong / valuable. Mobility... His Lucian's good. But the way they played this out was actually really well managed, because it's a pretty big Ornal. I know that the one condition that's rough is that Jinx is here a little bit late, and Orn gets one tap. Music just goes in a little bit too deep. Yeah, the Vialt onto Rovax actually knocked Jarvan away, and Rovax couldn't get the eat off, and then Sword zoned Lynx off, and also got the flash. That's really well done. Nice, good fight. Well played. It's honestly really well played. Okay, we have Jinx resets. We can actually join. Lawrence gets chunked. He's got no TP, so that's probably Drake over for Winthrop. Alright, we should sack this. I think that Lawrence needs to be hovering the top side. We should probably just try and play for mid-outer and connect with Jinx. We can sack Dragon, and we can force Winthrop to respond to our waves, which they do have to do right here. Yep. So I think if we prioed wave a little bit more, it would have been a little bit of a better scenario. Winthrop got out of this decently. Like, if Lawrence plays topside and they play for hard shove, then there's a world where you can drop the dragon, maybe play for mid-outer too, because Jinx was connecting. Bot was bad. There are no TPs. Lawrence gets chunked, it's bad. Okay. Good job, Winthrop. Nice, they stay for turret too. And they answer mid. Good. That's really, really good map play here from Winthrop. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they at least get a chunk. What's up, the bully? I think that's actually pretty well managed by Winthrop. And now Sword can connect and they can actually look for a play. Denethor was hovering. Their blue don't show. Like, at this point of the game, if you're Renekton, you're playing up against Jinx. I think the difference of having Cleaver plus Sterax versus Eclipse plus Cleaver is massive. And it's LDR second for Lynx. Wow. So we are trying to get through the front line. I guess that would have been better against the build that I'm recommending, but I do think that Jinx reset is the priority. Nice bleed here. I don't know. I think Wakao is a little bit too far up. They don't have this wave yet. And if they hold vision, they might have been able to find Jarvan and get away a chunk. Also, they should wait for mid-wave before they play, so they do get mid-wave. Lynx has to go respond. This would unironically by the time they hit Baron if they had a little bit better condition. Actually, no, you can't hit Baron against Lux. I think you have to play for pick on Lux, which is kind of what they're trying to set up. And they're keeping Samakin in the lane where he has a turret. Which, I mean, Lux is someone that you can execute upon. I think that's the one thing that was kind of missing this game for Winthrop, is I like the roams that Blue Otter had to support the Lux. Because with Vi Talia, you should be playing to one-shot Lux. Because now Lux can, like, the one defense that Lux has in this scenario is that she can clear waves really fast and just continuously fog. But before she hits that timer around, like, level, 6 through 9, I think that you have to look for plays mid. And that was kind of denied given how Blue Water played a little bit to support Samikin and deny those timers, but also Winthrop just didn't find those on their own. So I think looking back in the tape, that's one thing that they should have looked for, is to try and take away Lux Flash with their Nautilus in any scenario, which was harder because bot was losing. So the Tahm Kench got to move first, and some of that was because of the level 1. But the fact that Lux Flash like really wasn't a priority or blown did make this game a lot easier for Samikin, where he should be under a lot of pressure to the Vitalia. I got Rovix Flash. If you the Jarvan gets stunned in the back half of the EQ, like he still is able to EQ. Okay, never mind. They have a ward on Baron. The sweep was just burned. They can at least like try and fast Baron with Vi, but yeah, they're gonna pull them off. Okay. So Blue Water want this. They do have good setup. Okay, they spotted it. No, Aftershock on Naught means he still gets one tapped. We'll play Samikin. Denethor has an Isang, so they have to manage it. Good flash by Samikin. Oh, Music plays this really nicely, actually. Music's low, but he gets double Sundered Sky procs off, and actually is able to peel to get Jinx a reset. That's really well managed. I really like how Music played that, actually. Wow, that was really nice. That was really clever. And I just returned to it. Okay.
Could be great, but like you said, Cubby.
Hypnotic 1337. Gamer number. Thanks for the follow. Okay. Hold on. Naught's back. We are low. There is a smite. Okay. Thinks it's stuck. TP's big. Oh my god, this is wild. Can Lawrence keep this pulled? No, because Denethor TP's. This was crazy. I Winthrop just win. Samikin's out of mana. Okay, then I guess Blue Water, their solution. They need a different solution here. They are dropping the Drake. It is third Drake. I don't think Samikin has enough mana for this. I appreciate how they give Samikin the fruit, but maybe there's a world where Samikin shows a little bit more patience with trying to pop this. Wait, did the E miss? Did he miss E? Oh my god, that missed sword barely. That might have been enough. Okay, regardless. Yeah, I mean, once Samikin's out of mana, it's Ogre. And the TP from Denethor was, like, too good. I think the only world where this is okay is if Lawrence matches Denethor TP and they're able to stall, but, like, they had no mana. So I think Blue Water just played too long in the map. And I don't know what the solution is after this. Because I actually think this is well managed. I think the solution is just to base and get out on the map and try and be even. You drop the dragon for it, and maybe you can push for Baron. I don't think Winthrop can stay, given the 3 they have and going up against the Lux, so they're going to be mid to bot, but if you reset now, then you can maybe fast play Baron if they do decide to do the dragon and don't match your recalls. I think that might have been the solution. Instead, it's just Baron for Winthrop. Nice comeback from them. Okay. Now we're on Winthrop Baron push, which Lux can play decent defense on. It is hard to siege in the Lux. They got Trickster Flash. Nice flick, though, from Sword. Denethor has some decent movement to get out here. The shield as well, kind of big. From Eclipse. Oh, it's Shojin's second on music? Okay, so he's a bit squishy. I mean, he could kind of afford to do this given they have an Ornn. And that's Deathcap next for Samakin. Okay, so this Lux is big now. Still, Winthrop, they're trying their best to play out their lanes, and they're doing a... I mean, they've picked up a lot of gold off this Baron. It's been pretty good. I think LDR for the Lucian and the build that Mobility has is actually really nice this game. I know he gets outranged by Lux and Jinx, but he can hit frontline, and it will help him really shred frontline. And if he gets back, the DPS of this build is big. Just has to be careful about when he picks his spot. Ornn could break this, but he gets cut off. Nice from Sword. They have 90 seconds until Ocean Soul, so they're going to reset. Ooh. Mobility went for this wave. Okay. So he gets late reset. It's still fine, though. Winthrop, I appreciate the discipline on their reset there. And we do have both objectives spawning at the same time, so... Oh. Ouch. Good save. It is music. Flash down, though. I think Ornn uniquely into the Vitalia combo, too, is really nice. And you get to save your Gragas pick. I actually really like this Ornn pick this game. The Ornn pick's growing on me. Like, given it's fearless, I do think it's kind of nice when you can pick a champ that you're not going to have a lot of other... Like, this is the one game you're going to pick Ornn, you know? Gragas, you can actually blind later on. So I appreciate that. Oh, the root. Oh, my. It's a nice Lux ult. Oh, Rovx Q actually saves his ass. They get on Samakin. Lynx is over the wall. Samakin gets out. Lynx is doing his damnedest here. Oh, nice split from Sword. Wow, Sword's Talia was really good this game. Damn, really well done by Winthrop to come back from that level 1. That's a really nice game from Winthrop. Sword had a massive game. And I made a lot, like, they made a lot of space for mobility. I really like how Winthrop played this one out. Damn, they beat the Lux. Okay. Some really nice moments from Sword with, like, those walls and how he played out these fights. I think his Weaver's walls were really good that game. All right, game 2. Ooh. So we have a Jackson to Renekton. Ornn equals lose. What's up, Argentum? You can see where I'm coming from, though, with, like, at least the conditions for that. With Fearless, like, Gragas is blindable. And that's a game where I see the Ornn actually has value. So I think in game 1, that's actually not bad. Not versus Renekton. I know the matchup changed a lot. Just like because itemization is different. Personally, I mean, I know the Eclipse, you do get to push that matchup really hard, but I was a little bit surprised it wasn't Cleaver in the Sterak's, especially given that you're trying to defend against Jinx resets. I assume Eclipse gives you like a lot bigger of a power window into the Ornn, and it is fucking Eclipse. I'm not as familiar with this season's matchup. I know a lot of Renekton matchups did change. Just seen it, never seen it win. Okay, well, respect. Yeah. All right, I do think Renekton's like monster OP this season. I'm heavily on the Renekton train. I think that if they're like 2 or 3 melees on enemy team, Renekton's always viable. Okay. Next game. Zeri first pick for Link Stem. So we remove Poppy. I mean, the Zeri first pick's kind of wild to me because we're just handshaking. Like, we're giving away Jinx So for me, I think if we are gonna Zeri first pick, I guess they're okay playing in the Jinx. Okay, Rakan for shields. Then we have a Azir, but we give Ahri. Zeri's doable though, no Ahri. The Rel's nice. Like it's kind of flex, but we are picking into the Rakan matchup, which is okay for Rel. There is no more not. Renekton Sej. We have the Jax. The Jax. Wow, we picked Renekton Sej into Jax. I find that quite interesting, quite frankly. I'm also surprised that we gave we took Rumble away because we have Ahri, and I know that Rumble's really good into Jinx, but there's already a lot of magic damage showing.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Binky Bonky won. Renekton does win versus Jax early, yes. But if you're going to use this combo, like, Jax isn't available in later series. You are correct, because, I mean, Sunder was just way too OP. Jax is a scaling pick, very much so now. But I find it interesting that they took Jax here to kind of prevent a... Oh, I guess Sim was banned. Wow, this is kind of weird for me, honestly. We just decided to blind Jax. Okay. This is kind of weird. And this is weird, because, like, I know, like, knowing Denethor, I think Gnar into this is... you do get overwhelmed. But it does give him the excuse to Jax. You don't have Jax for Zindo later in this series. Alright, Jax is flexed. So they are kind of holding their cards, but I don't know. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just give Wakao the Rel. And then you could pick... I guess there's not really a good support to take here. I mean, Alistar wouldn't be terrible. But you get fisted early. I don't know. Alright. Blue Otter's just better, smile. Done thinking about that draft. I think big thing is that I think a 0 Ahri is going to be really important this matchup. I don't think Kindred has winning lanes. The Kindred pick for me this game is kind of weird. Oh, we're fishing as Denethor. Yes, get that gold. But if I think how mid goes can dictate, you know, if Ahri Kindred can start to move to A, help Kindred, and B, impact other lanes, which will need it. Nice. Okay, Denethor is just murdering this Renekton level 1. Which I somewhat expected. Like, Renekton level 1 is pretty bad. But I didn't see it going this one-sided. Interesting. I'm the owner of Blue Otters, so definitely not a biased take. I'm honestly more worried about the series. What? That's respectable. Congrats on making it in. I live with Rafa and Josh, and they've played in your leagues before. I gave a couple shoutouts to the leagues in general on the cast. So thanks for putting together community events. I know a lot of people enjoyed them, including my roommates. This is kind of a weird lane state for Denethor, because he actually might be able to get the 3-wave base, which is kind of important against Renekton, because now this matchup does slingshot back in Renekton's favor. And he did go D-Blade, so he's really playing for base early, and he lost it. That's bad. Yeah, Denethor's cooked now. Yeah, Denethor was really playing hard to get this wave in. I think he overpushed it. Yeah, he overpushed it there. Just a hair. I have a keychain behind my desk, so yes. Oh, wow, huge find, too, from... I know mobility, getting both sums out's big, so Blue Otters, like, actually just turned both side lanes on their head. That's pretty big. Yeah, not the most ideal base for Denethor, because now Renekton, he's full health. Denethor has to trade his health to get this in, and then Renekton gets the TP back, and we'll have huge advantage. So top lane conditions are really bad for Denethor. Oh, yeah, he can't even... Yeah, Renekton just gets to build massive wave. He could even walk back and then trade. Oh, okay, fuck this. Oh, I went way too far into the future. This is good from Winthrop. It is spotted. They can use Jinx mana to like get through this wave. Nice sidestep from Lynx. That's okay. Oh yeah, because they bought one trade, and they're actually able to really kill Winthrop's tempo here. So Winthrop went for this on spawn. Oh, Azir TP'd after Ahri was able to walk back. So Sword saving TP for a potential other play. I've seen Winthrop, they actually did this quite a bit in this tournament. Like Sword getting a wave in early and walking back and saving TP for something else. I will say that Azir has much better conditions. They got mid-wave in. Wow. And then they just choose one side of the fight. Bot zoned off, they can't help. Trickster was chunked from... Wow. At least they got him off Dragon, but oh no. Rovax pulled it. Okay, that's massive. I think overall, this is just about, like, I can understand what Winthrop's trying to do. For me, this is a bad take. I mean, part of it is results-based analysis, but Azir is really strong on this base, and bot was down. Mobility didn't have sums, and they lost trade heavy going into this. So now all your tempo on the map is dead. Yo, what is my Q? What's up, mobility? Sorry, music was weird. Don't watch this one. Oh no. Yeah, I think the Dragon start was a little bit hard. And this draft ended up being a little bit weird for me. I don't know if it's the best Jinx game, just because I don't know if you have enough frontline, you know? I know Poppy was taken away against Sedge. It was kind of tricky. Because for me, this is a game where Poppy would have been really valuable. But Poppy was early banned, which is smart by Blue Water. I'll say Denethor kind of saved this lane. I thought this lane would be really shit for him. He had some really bad conditions. And the fact that it's like at this state is actually way better than what I thought it would be. Like, this lane shouldn't be where it's at right now, in my opinion, up top. I think Jax had much better conditions earlier on Renekton had much better conditions than Jax earlier on in this game. Nice. So they got them off Lamb's Respite. Renekton's still pretty big. Ball line's over in a few seconds. Oh no, I think this could have been harder winning for Blue Water. I know music gets jumped on, and I like the start a lot for Winthrop, but Swords, what's Lawrence fight here? I actually really like the start of the fight from Lawrence just to get Kindred out. I think the second E was an oops because he lost his autos and he didn't have to E away there. You can keep on autoing the Ari and... Okay. I think he could have maybe stayed in the fight a little bit longer against Ari. That could have been good in the back half. Regardless. Alright, so Zeri press star, and we burned 4 sums bot. Yeah, okay. This line's cooked. Yeah, I mean, the dragon really like killed tempo, and there was a big trade earlier on where Sedge was able to get involved, and that gave lane like a tough start. Go to game 3. Yeah, it is a Jinx comp. I don't think Jinx has like the best conditions around her in this one. I'm fine with Jinx in this area, but maybe it was the game to take Aphelios. If this is going to be the rest of the comp, you know? And I do think that Aphelios Ari is actually much better pairing. Okay, good second Drake. Blue water. Yeah, mobility. I heard that everyone in Seedall is going to really enjoy potatoes this year. Because, you know, we're going worldwide to Scotland, obviously. Or Ireland. Yeah, blue has push, mid bot. And there's no damage here. Yeah, Cal can't get involved. Okay, it's a bad take. Okay. Yep. Oh, trust me, when it gets leaked that fast to even makes it to me, that's what I know people aren't happy. I don't know. I understand the downscaling. Like given a lot of other events going on, but yeah, I know it's disappointing. Like always it's a huge thing for you guys to be able to play on the stage, you know? Obvious because all coming up. I was like, where's the Sedge ult? Oh shit, Lynx. Yeah. Zeri things, you know. Get to E over and press R and it's chill. This isn't terrible. Oh, nice ult by Music, actually. It buys time to get both these TPs in, truly. Oh, goddamn. This is well played by Blue Water. It's really tough. Like, Wakao is trying to get camps, right? It's a good opening to the fight, but they actually kind of waited out Zeri ult, which isn't that bad. Oh, never mind. It expires here. I'll play Sambikin, though. They have good waves to TP as well. You know, like their conditions are good for this. Oh. Okay. That's Charm and Lawrence. That Charm probably turned it. Okay. What's Lawrence Flash? Oh, Lawrence Flash is bad. Okay. I think... Wait, because Denethor just queued. So I think they hit this play without Flash. No. I know that he has Flash, so he could react, but... Okay. Ah! It's just Charm. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Should be at the old Gateway venue. That was really fun there. Actually, I think that's where I met you. And a lot of the Winthrop crew. Back in 21. I don't need to watch this. So Drake set up. Rakan's basing. Winthrop has turn right now. Nothing to take. Sides being fixed. Oh, Samikin? Samikin takes greedy path. They're not linked. They're hovering topside. He doesn't have TP. That's actually really big. Ariel's gone. But... Oh, Chicago Finals. Okay. I met some of the Winthrop crew there. Might have been when I met Bo. Nice Herald from Blue Water. But they do have to sack Drake. Ew. Might have been a cleanse angle this game mobility. I know it's kind of hard against Sari. It's choosing one or the other. I don't know. I think this game was an Aphelios angle with first pick Sari. Especially with Ahri. Like, Aphelios Ahri for me play really well off each other. And I like Aphelios matchup in this area much better. It's because we have Kindar. Oh, okay. That's reasonable. I guess this is bad. I don't know if Music waited to throw R. This could have been much better. I do like how Samikin played out this fight. Just the R to get Denethor off links. I think that's really nice. It's good understanding a role. Nice. And Lauren's got a triple. Renekton's way too big now. You can't move Renekton at all in front line. And there's a Frozen Heart and a shit ton of armor. So they're just ignoring Ahri and going full armor. Honestly, kind of based. That skips hard. All right, this one's pretty over. Shut out Sunder Sky and Denethor. Doing his damnedest. All right, so Denethor is buying time. Baron started. Lauren starts it. Or sees it. There's a... Okay. Yeah, TP from Samikin. And they get executed off. Okay. I think this game's over. I don't mind that flip from Winthrop. I think that's... This game is really, really hard. But yeah, this game is over. I don't mind that, actually. This game's over. I'd rather have you guys go out with a swing. I think there are scaling options, but it's really tough to play, especially in Renekton right now. Maybe trying to attack Renekton there and then doing it's good, but yeah. Maybe if Samikin doesn't have TP, I think the play is like actually winning. I think that's the one condition that might have changed the decision tree, but I'm okay with the flip. As like if you take Baron off the map at this point, it's actually pretty big. Would have made your next few minutes a lot easier to actually try and scale into this game, even if you lose like 3 or 4 people. Okay, so they take inhib, they get Drake, 2 inhibs. I'm just gonna last game. Really clean for Blue Water. I got this 4-1. I mean, fundamentally, it's pretty sound. Not this is the hardest solution of all time, but I appreciate seeing clean gameplay. I also appreciate Samikin always R-ing backwards. I feel like that he just understands his role in this team and comp well. That's a really nice R. He's going to go down, but... Oh, never mind. Lauren, yeah, okay, that's fine. He understands his role. Nice. Good game. Okay, game 3. Oh my god, it's Asol? I actually don't like this Asol game. I mean, Ezreal Hui is no damage, but... I mean, this is one where, like... Yeah, if I used to do his last game, you get first pick Jinx, maybe I had better setup. I will say that Jinx... Yeah, you would have had the choice. This is kind of tough for Blue Water, though, because... Oh, God, they went for Rovex Pike. Okay. Xin Asol, like... For me, the real power of Asol is that you cannot... You just outscale with range. and it's really hard to outrange this. I know that Hui actually doesn't have a shit ton of range in his kit outside of like the QW and the Fear. So I think the matchup's fine for Acel. Ezreal can at least deal with it, but also I don't know if Ezreal can even DPS through Acel. I like Acel a lot right now. It's a strong pick, but I like Acel into Talia or stuff like Varus, where you're a little bit more gated by range. And this is something where you're not that gated by range here. And I think later on in the draft, given like Blue Water would have to play NFL this game. Yeah. Chicago finals were very fun. Feathers Thresh, nice. We counterpick with the Pike. That's pretty wild. Whereabouts Chicago? I'm from the West Burbs. We have Aatrox Answer and a Rek'Sai. I like these. I think these are both really good picks for Denethor. And he proved they can win the Gnar Rek'Sai matchup. And Gnar, I think, goes really, really hard this game, unironically. Aatrox, for me, is like you really pushed him down the pool of like what's actually good for matchups into the Rek'Sai. And then it's Bear game into Xin. I do like Bear into Xin. It really does help with early game, but I will say that I'm kind of coming around on the matchup because... Oh, shit, you're on Washington Wells? Okay, yeah. I think Bear... I like Thresh picking a Bear. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this draft. For me, the big thing with... I think that Rek'Sai is really good as like secondary follow-up engage. If you're just kind of walking in, you feel a little bit lost, so... I'm curious how Blue Water gets around that. St. Louis is nice. Oh, we do late invid. This is kind of scouted. Hey, what's up, Hammy? It's going good. Really bad this series. Yeah, and that dragon like really put you guys in the hole in game 2. I was West Burbs, so I was out. I'm from St. Charles originally. Oh man, does Wakao know about this one? Oh, we're about to in a sec. I mean, I like this a lot with the Pike. We actually have decent setup here. Yeah, it makes sense from game 2. Okay. Really nice. This was not scouted. So this is a really good opener from Blue Water. I really, really like this from them. I think Ezreal Pike level 1 is very strong, and they're rightfully able to get in, and they just have jungle like up tempo now. And not to mention Killbot, so really good. I think Music should take his camps and kind of accept the trade, personally, but he's trying to get to his red first, which, yeah, not able to do. Yeah, he doesn't have mid-prile, so I don't think there's like ever really a winning angle. He does get top crab, though, and can actually threaten dive, which is not bad. Okay, actually, if he denies red buff, then... Wait, does he go for this? No. Yeah. He kind of runs Wakao around, but he puts himself really far behind, and he can't get the respawn camps. So, like, he gets a win bot, but he actually loses off that, like, in long run, if he's not able to deny Raptors, which he won't, so... Yeah, I think accepting the handshake would have been a little bit better. Because if you do that, then legitimately, like, you could maybe contest the respawn Raptors, because midwave would have bounced back into the Acel. Oh, shit. Almost. Good try. We'll play Chookies. What? Oh, we're fine like that. Oh, we get the W. Oh, wow. Well played. Nice hook. The W hitting was big. Nice, well played. That's really big. No, I don't think... I think it takes too long to set this up. I know that Acel has 6, but... Oh, no, it's fine. Oh, wow, it's actually really fun. Wow. Damn, okay. I'm trolling. This was here. Yep. Nice. Dude, Chucky's kind of balling in this set of plays. Wow. Okay, nice find from Samakin, but still a huge win. Chucky's kind of went off there. All right, Tunnel Network. Lawrence has been watching the VoDs. Nice. Really, really good play from Winthrop. They have a huge lead now in this game. Yeah, Chucky's really went hard in that series of events. Iron conditions are so good now because if Acel gets ahead like this and you're able to, looks like it's going to be a Rywise rush. I don't know if Ezreal Hui can ever really move Acel, and then you just kind of infinitely scale. And Hui is something that Acel, I think, can punish moving forward. Like, mid's a little bit behind right now, but it's not that bad.
Timing could be great, but like you said, coming.
Johnson Bit, thanks for the follow. Hookies. Oh, no. Also, chat, I didn't talk about Pyke for Rovex. They did win a Pyke game earlier in the tournament. Rovex used to be a mid laner, and he was a Pyke player. Back when Pyke was mid was a thing in like Season 8. Fuck that, but this Pyke is good. I hated that pick. That was the biggest cheese pick. It was so not fun to play against. That was when, like, the E could push the wave. And he just lost every trade to Hellblades. And then he kill wave, and then roams on your ass, and you could do nothing to stop it. We do have the Bramble for the Rek'Sai. Okay, so flash for flash, but Rovex dies. Yeah. Nice hover from Chookies. Flash from Sword. Yeah, exactly. And then there's solo kill top. Damn. So Winthrop off to the races here. Nice. Ooh, Profane Hydro. It is not the tank bear jungle build. Chookies? Yeah, damn. Oh, so close. Oh my god, Acel. Fucking Acel E. Yeah, I mean, Acel being this big is, like, really big for the game. And Winthrop are winning the other, like, all three lanes at this point, pretty much. So it's really hard. Ah! No. No, this is bad. There's no need. Like, we're... Ezreal's coming out of base. We're at the end of our turns. Yeah, we canceled Aphelios and Thresh base for this. Aphelios and Thresh should have finished base, and then if they come back out on the map, they're strong. Actually, I might be trolling. Hold on. I might be trolling. Yeah, I think after this wave mobility, you got to finish base. I think you base on this wave and you match Ezreal, and you just come out and you brute force him down. Because when this base gets canceled and we try and do Dragon at the same time, like, only Chookie's base, our Aphelios did not. We actually have gold and mobility, so now we give item advantage and range advantage. And then we drag it up through top where they already had mid, and then they just get crazy angles. It's really good. That's a nice solution from Blue Otter, but that window was given because Winthrop didn't get the resets in. Fortunately, Denethor kind of is him, but it's a wipe. Yeah, then there was no flash, so he went for solo kill. Holy shit, Denethor movement. It was good. Yeah, that hurts. Yeah, the dragon was just I think you have to commit to a Felios reset, and then there was just the only wave of Prio was bot. They sacked that to get Ezreal reset in. Then Nix had a really nice fight where he has Reaver. And there's no item on a Felios. It probably would have been Shiv or a Felios item if there's a base, and could have been a little bit better. Damn. So they get on the back half after they won the fight. It wouldn't have been Shiv for a Felios, but okay, it is now. Actually, it was a nice item timer from Blue Water, too, just because they had the Reaver in for Ez. Yeah, not bad. Okay. No, they were on grubs. There was an angle where if you get first reset off and Aphelios, like, you get push, you could have played for control. Yeah, go Aesol. They do force them off, though, bot. Like, the Aesol's not farming here is nice. So I like this from Blue Water. They're at least trying to force Aesol away. And Denethor with this build, obviously, you are very useful this game, but not super useful against Rek'Sai. Nice force from Blue Water. Like, they pushed Aesol off bot. They held this, so Aesol can't respond. And then they're forced to give mid. Nice. Damn. I think issue is Sword tried to answer this play. He needed to commit to playing out that wave, then he would have been able to reset, and then you actually have tempo on map to do something else after they're done with this play. Instead, he gets this wave late, and they're able to reset, or not reset, but they're able to shift and then actually make a play. If Sword is on that wave and they sack mid-outer, then there's never this timer for Blue Water to hit. You can at least get your Aesol back. So by trying to contest, Sword didn't get there. He didn't do anything. He wasted time, and then you just drop that wave. Oh, goddamn. I mean, kind of hard for Chookies. Like, getting Samakin like this is big. So he trades out for Samakin, which is worth. By all means. 2 flashes on the sword. And Lynx to Denethor wasn't able to keep on comboing. There's no, like, bonus reset for Denethor. Nice flash by Lynx. Necessary. Let me play this fight out better. I think Sword put himself in kind of an awkward spot. Maybe if anything, like, Sword had W going and then kills Samakin. I think Sword needs to immediately cancel and then W towards Lynx. And if they both, like, get out, at least Sword's on a better side of the fight for this. I know it's a little bit awkward and flipped, but I think that was the solution. Also, at this point, nothing moves this fucking Rek'Sai. God damn, this pick's bullshit. I thought it was going to be Flavor of the Month, and I saw Doran teamfight on this thing, and I was like, God damn. Okay, well, that's funny. Yeah, I think it needs to be... We just need to get Aphelios to 3 items, and then maybe we can deal with it. Like, there's still... Time is still the friend of Winthrop, but that second dragon really hurt them. Because that's like... You would have bought Aesol 5 minutes, right? And then we can actually drop things like that. Oh my god. I mean, we could sweep now. Walking in. That's bad for Macau. I don't know what happened here. Damn, that hurts. Turns over. They got Baron reset off, so they long chase. Goes Kraken instead this game. I can see Shiv. I do think Shiv is like actually really good in the Felios. It kind of helps you play around your guns. My rule is that if you're gonna be up against 2 plus health stackers or 2.5, 3 health stackers, I think that's when you go Kraken. I think that the way that Winthrop built, it was tough to deal with Rek'Sai because neither Aatrox or Aphelios are building to deal with Rek'Sai until we get to LDR. That said, Winthrop with Sword should be able to buy a lot of time to try and use that to deal with Rek'Sai. And you're playing Pyke, you can do whatever you can. Playing Pyke, you can kind of troll the game. It's like no cleaver, no like for Aatrox, I think ends up being a little bit tricky. Personally, I think that I know that the Profane Hydra is really good against the squishies, and the goal is to get to the Hui Ezreal, but I think if you go for a little bit more of a, we're going to play frontline build and try and play slow front the backs with Acel, that would have been maybe a little bit of a better tech setup for Winthrop going into this game. Yeah, damn. I mean, good find here by Samakin, but I don't think Chickas can go for that. Never a scenario you can go for that. Damn, this way is really big. Wow. Really like how Sam can put that like small series. Just keep on forcing Macau back. It's really bad game state for Winthrop. They have to play in lanes. They can't really check this, and they just get chunked walking up mid. Shookies has to flash early. It's Aftershock gone. Lynx gets the pepper. They can't even take that. Yeah, it's hard. So that's Soul. When Lynx can get hooked and Winthrop really can't do anything about it, yeah. It is. I think like second dragon for me made this game really hard. This one there, Blue Otter's got a pretty big advantage, and then you just hit this window where Rek'Sai is immovable until LDR comes in. So like this is the point of the game where like at this point the items start coming in where you can actually deal with the comp that Blue Otter has, and the scaling will kick in for Acel, but it's already such a monumental lead that it's really hard. And a lot of that was like just because of what happened around second Drake. All right, then we have no flash on Sword. Sword gets flashed on by music. Ouch. Like, even this fight's actually not that bad. Yep. I agree. I forgot about the first Drake in this. I don't know what happened. It was the second one that was tough. I guess they went for bot dive and gave up first Drake for that, but for me, that's worth. I actually think that's like very worth. Because they got so much gold over on Acel and Felios and everyone for that. It's just like you got to turn that and like take the second Drakes like you were up. That was the last game. That was game 2. Drake won. Sheesh. Dude, Rovex is being such a fucking pest. He's getting so much info, though, for them. Like, this is really good. Wow. I know he dies. That's not, like, you're training support for Baron. You take that every time. That's kind of crazy. And if you're not able to play outsides against the Ezreal Hui, and they're able to kind of do this in poke, it's hard. Oh my god. This killed? Jesus Christ almighty. Okay, so that's Elder. Jesus. All right, last game of the night, guys. Pickled off. This is hard. And this is like ASOL in the scenario I was kind of talking about. Oh, it's Camille. That's right. Yeah, I mean, Camille's a Denethor special. Doable here. So, this duo, you got to make plays. ASOL out scales. They get Varus not this late. It's really good. Renata's a good answer. Like, at least into this bot lane, but ASOL, you are so useless against ASOL later on. Sedge taken here. I will once again kind of advocate for Poppy. So I think Poppy can open up some dives and combos really well with this. But that's fine. Keep on banning out Rumble Woo, which is understandable. The Wakao lost his Leo later on in the series too. His Leo has been really good this tournament. While he's target banning in the second phase. That's so funny. Actually, I don't know what the Gwen Gragas matchup's like now, because that used to be a matchup a lot of people were playing in LCK. The Denethor Camille is really hype, and with the Sedge, I feel like the plan is to attack this top side. You have push, so it's doable. And I think this combo is okay. I was a little bit... I will say that I will advocate for... I think Braum's actually really good in these two. It's kind of shit. It's kind of shitty into this, because you just become really useless later on against ASOL, but I do think that Braum is actually not bad here. And not with Zeri. It's really nice. Just play to catch Braum or not engage. Braum or Ali on 3. Yeah. I like Braum a lot. I understand no Ali, but I do like Braum a lot there. It's like, you can't go Enchantress, right? Like, you're not going to Lulu into fucking ASOL. And I think that Braum is, like, Omega OP into these two. Like, the best Braum lane for me is not MF. And Varus not is kind of similar, just given unbreakable value. And then alt value, because Varus is immobile. Not to mention you catch not engage. I will also say, though, the Varus is so strong early that it's just... You do lose. Like, at least with Renata, you can have a chance to win. Whoops. We did not lead with E. It's unfortunate. And we had to skip. Ooh. Halo Blades. I think this, for me, is a lane where I understand Halo Blades for the Azir, but I will also somewhat advocate... Grasp is in that... No, Halo Blades is fine. It's like with Grasp, Azir, the items that he goes, health stacking is not as valuable, so... Okay. Really like how Samikin's tapping that Q. I sent Kelsey a clip about ASOL that is just the most disgustingly OP clip I've seen in a long time. Like tapping Q and applying Rywise and Leandries. Denethor is smurfing this lane so far. No surprise. Denethor was the Camille player. And he should be able to get early base off, but they're going to go for dive. Nice. Nice. Well played. Really well played. So game's delayed for Sej, but wasn't able to impact one of the lanes successfully. Bot. Oh boy. Did we really try and dive a Renata? This play's not here for Blue Otter. That's crazy they went for this. Well played. Yeah. I mean, you guys are a good team. Like, whoever won this, I assume why you guys felt this, like, loss hit hard for everyone, because I saw your tweets afterwards, that whoever won this series is probably favored against it. So I assume, like, that's why you guys were all kind of bummed. And you guys did have winning early games, just couldn't turn them into, like, wins, you know? I get that. Yeah, I don't know why they dove that. It was bad. Like, it's just not on my screen at all. Yeah, Sampican had a nice series. We win this, we promote, basically. I totally understand that. Yeah. Damn. I mean, whoever made calls for Blue Otter, like, I will say that they did set up map pretty well. And I will say that, like, watching your guys' games in this tournament, like, you did lose a couple maps, and on those maps, there were a couple instances where I'm like, okay, like, there's, like, pretty big oopsies made. So it's kind of hoping, like, you would clean those up. Because there were some other maps where you guys played really well from start to finish. So it's kind of a bummer that there were less of those today. Hater TDS is back. Okay, hold on. What happened here? I had to get in the scenario. Really good conditions right now for Denethor with the up Sheen. It's ASOL. It's kind of hard. Maybe if he's able to get on Rovex right after, it's doable. Because it's kind of weird, like, he burns Z. Nice ult. Okay, Denethor's Camille is so fucking good. I love Denethor's Camille. Yes. Go, Denethor. We love Denethor Camille. Oh, we lost so many of our games? 100%. I get that. I mean, I still remember we lost a game to go to, like, a collegiate tournament, like, qualify, because Camille ult knocked people out of an Oriana ult when we were sieging an inhibitor back when I was coaching in Miami, Ohio, and then we lost that game. And that felt like the worst shit in the world. Because, like, if that, like, interaction doesn't happen, legitimately we win the game. Like, it was on bot inhibitor. I mean, the last game, that dragon was so poorly set up, like, the entire game shifted. So I will give them that, you know? Like, there's a couple, like, tempo nuking dragon attempts. Whereas this right now, I mean, this game is in really good shape. You're going to get Denethor with the early Triforce. It is the Roa Grog, which you can't go tank in a Camille, so I understand that. Good value here. You see, they keep on snowballing this game because, like, obviously at some point the ASOL does hit. I will say I would have preferred if Wakao. I would have preferred if Wakao went for Raps to go following up on your guys' play. I think you just keep on farming up and denying Kindred jungle. I also think, like, Blue Otter low-key played maps pretty damn well. Honestly, fuck it, guys. I'm not tired. I might do the might do another VoD review after this of, like, the next series. I'm kind of having fun. I still feel like I'm pretty awake and into it, so we might go over today's games. That's a nice setup on the Denethor. He gets out, though. No? Yeah. Kinder needs a flash. Nah. I think if Denethor maybe DIs in and dodges out on that auto attack, then maybe. But the mark still probably goes off. Like, if he DIs in and is able to get ult off on Kindred, it's doable. But maybe, like, the mark would expire. Nice. All right, that's good. That's a really nice shutdown, though, for Blue Waters, because obviously the Camille was really huge, and so you get Gragas decent conditions back. Also, I think that Gragas in this matchup should probably go Comet. I think against Camille, you go Comet. It's really hard to proc Grasp. But I don't know if Lawrence knows that or not. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to assume it's Comet. Ooh. That hurts. And jungle was just spotted bot, and this wave state's bad. And then mid had push, so... Oh, that hurts. Damn. You do get dive bot, though, from this. Yeah. Good call. So it hurts, but the response is good. Oh, the fact that Wakau's in tower range there kind of stings. It's a bummer. So you can play this a little bit better. I don't know if you have to E there, mobility. Because it is poke Varus, and you can kind of... Like, Wakao is on the tower right now. So we can actually tank this and try to hit Lynx again. And then maybe we get an E that's a little bit better later on in the fight. So you could have snuck in maybe a little bit more damage there. I think Denethor's TP... I would have preferred to see Denethor TP top. If he TP's top here, it's like he can get that all the way in. If he's going to TP at all. If not, you save. It's ended up being a little bit of a waste. Oh, yes. Yeah. And Blue Water did a nice job of at least getting themselves back in this game by attacking top. I think that they had a couple good solutions here. Yeah. But like that Denethor TP to answer, he loses top prio, and then this play sword getting chunked hurts. Okay. Sorry. I see the conditions of sword getting chunked. That hurts. I don't know what he eat, but that hurts a lot. Because now you just lose grubs, and it's Grubageddon. Given where Sedge is on map. Myself and I. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we don't have mid. Also, if we're going to do this dragon, we should pull it to bot side. But they're sacking this to get mid prio and then walk in the drag where they can actually front to back you, which is the right call on Blue Waters' part. And I know that music's on here, but I think that we need to commit to... I think you need to rotate up for this one mobility. So then you guys can actually play in a mid and look for an angle or a fight. Just to make sure we get this before they can respond. Because I think if you're here, then... I know you get first brick, but at least you get the Drake. You get 2 Drakes against Asol. That's more important for me. Because now conditions are really bad. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Damn. So pretty much what... Like, the second Drake in both Asol games... Like, one went the Asol way, the other one didn't. And that's going to warp the game pretty heavily. Nice buffer from Denethor on the E. Hold on. What happened here? Because like we never got in any resets. And we just kind of been on map forever. Wait, did we get in resets? Sorry. No, we did get in reset. Okay. Only Zeri reset though. See, for me, I think if Sword actually hits this bot wave, hits the next one, you might force ASOL response bot, and then that would open up this Herald timer. Because right now, Sword's been on map, and ASOL has decent base. And then he just walks up, already a little bit low. And now we're in ARAM situation against ASOL. Which we want to avoid. I'm going to try and get ASOL inside and like make a play or force him to show inside and then play around him. Oh, Chookies! We didn't W mobility. We W'd ourselves. Oh, that sucks. I think it would have been hard, like, but he would have at least gotten to Lamb's Respite. I don't know what the interaction is with Renata W and Lamb's Respite, I'm gonna be honest. That's crazy. Yeah. Like, Denethor is forced out, so we're taking a 4v5. Yeah, I mean, the first Denethor TP was rough. I think this one, they wanted to, like, for me, I would add Sword, hit that wave, and then I would have shifted him up. So I think, like, just the refusal to, like, push out a side wave and then force enemy to respond from there was what hurt, because it would have gotten Sword a reset. Yeah, and, like, Denethor wanted the base and TP back, and, like, then he didn't. It's just kind of awkward. So, I mean, the Bloodbath and the gold going to Kindred benefits the team that scales, which is, in this case, Blue Otter, so. I'm only one throw up. They had really winning scenarios in this game, and they really just kind of got pitched tempo in ways that was not good and really hurt them this series. Also, Trickster's going for, like, Battle Pig build when I don't think he's going to ever be in range to proc Sunfire Cape. Oh, no. That's a bummer. I'm down for this. I think that if they want this, though, Trickster needs the lead, so you just get ult for flash against ASOL, which is totally worth. I know it's dragon spawning, but it would at least open up the next set of plays. Oh my god, Denethor is so good at Camille, man. I swear to god. This guy on Camille is built a little bit different. Like he got Verisalt and Gragasalt for nada. We're gonna flip. Oh man. Battle Piggy went down. Hurts. Oh, that hurts. Nice take though from mobility. Nice, really nice. Oh, that okay, so that's how it works. Yeah, I mean that's like the fight was good, but they lose the dragon. Sword didn't have ult. Okay. Yeah, because it whiffed on ASOL. Again, I think that Summoner's trade like would have been better coming from the Piggy. And then we have split push build starting from Camille. Camille is like really delayed though on the power curve. Mobility's been getting the farm. Like there's been so many fights, which I think benefits ASOL. Like whenever that's the other part that like makes ASOL really OP in OQs is that whenever you devolve the game as ASOL, like turn it into more fights, you just get more stacks. Like you just end up with more stacks throughout a game, you know? So like, I think in this scenario, after that wave, I think Denethor should base and go bot. I know that he has TP, and they're pressuring mid, but he can't help at all unless you're looking for pinch, which I guess is doable here. Okay, I mean, Gragas isn't here, but he has TP, so you get Gragas TP, and we're opting into a fight. Oh, we can isolate him. Oh, nice, okay. What? Oh, no. That's bad. That's really bad. Yeah. I mean, that just ends up being such a shitty condition now for Winthrop. And I think this is Samick and Penta, right? Yeah. I mean... Or no, it's not. He gets it later. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes with these guys. Go to 2. ASOL resetting late with TP. We get TP bot. I like this. Pull Drake out to the bot side, but they're going to do Baron, which is a good response. That happened again? Oh, no. Nice hook, but that one's a little bit more forgivable, but jeez. Yeah, it's a big game. You're right. I'm just used to shit like that happening all the time at this level. Yeah, and this game's over. I feel like Winthrop, like, I'm with TDS, like, in the later stages of the game. You can use your sides to always force enemy team to show and respond and try and get numbers that way, especially with how fast Camille and Azir can rotate. I know ASOL can kind of match, but like they dropped that play pattern and opted into a play pattern that fit Blue Waters much better. And then this happens when like Winthrop, for me, like Denethor is doing this on a reset, so it's like the wrong time to push because there's no other pressure on the map to capitalize off of. I don't know if they win the 3v3 anyway. It depends. It's Poke Ferris. And Kindred is really strong at later stages in the game. Depends on who's matching. You know? Regardless, I think that's the only, like, that's their best chance to win with this play pattern, especially when you're going in ASOL. So. Oh, goddamn. Oh, nice. The redemption almost came up big. Yeah, this game's over. How'd this fight start? Oh, Sword just got soloed. Yeah. It really was the Drake where you had the quad for Kindred. And it's like, yeah. Damn. Fuck. I mean, I will say this is a good, like, Winthrop is a good experience for them. This will help them with CLOL. Like, this is obviously like a high pressure game. And I think that some of like their fundamentals wasn't as good as it needed to be in this match. So. Yeah, but the thing about the Kindred getting this fed is that you do have a DPS marksman that match. Like, Kindred items are on par with mobility items. So I actually really like this pairing for Poke Varus. Like, I think Varus is very valuable this game. You just keep them low, and then they can't walk forward with ASOL, and you Omega outrange this combo. I think it's actually a really good strat from Blue Waters. Gragas can control space on the Em's Respite. I know Azir can a little bit as well, but yeah. Yeah, this is like the one play pattern, though, that's good for Winthrop. Like, Zenithor commits to side, he has TP, and it's fine. Yeah, he did. Guy did not have his best game, for sure. Other games, this tournament where he played really well. His Lee Sin was kind of crazy in this tournament. Okay, so now we hit this and we pull the TP. Rovex has a really nice angle, though. Everything goes onto the Sejuani. Sejuani's out of the pit, can't flash in. Oh my god, Denethor stole it. Yes, I agree with that combo as well, but I mean, you just ended up with a quad. As the Azir Penta. Samikin? He really was first time Azir. Or, ASOL. Sorry, ASOL Penta. Yeah, I don't like his build either. This is really good E. I mean, the fact that Denethor got this is ridiculous. The Q was shit. Oh, it wasn't the Penta. Never mind. That's later. Nice hook. Oh my god. Yeah, I see that. Damn, Denethor had a beast fight. Wow. Okay, this ends up being bad setup for Blue Water, in my opinion. I think that throwing all your cooldowns into Sejuani, I know that's the tank, but you're playing to keep out a pit. Renat ult was really big. Yeah, music. Like that, the combo was so big. Music doesn't. I think it queued the wrong way at the queue in the back of pit. And yeah, really good from Chookies. Really good from Chookies. Nice shot from Lynx too. But mobility cleans up. Well played. Okay, I mean, that's crazy. I get Drake too. That's kind of wild. You're still against an ace ult this stage of the game. It's still so fucking hard. What's the pause champ for? I don't need to watch that replay again. We just watched the fight like 3 times. Okay, so Winthrop. Oh my god. Denethor, Camille. There's no Lamb's Respite. Yeah. Wow. That's a good fucking call. We still have to push through Acel E. Look at how bullshit that is. Okay. Nice. Good job, Winthrop. They got a shit ton of gold. I mean, I still... Like, they used that Baron really well. That was a really good Baron from Winthrop. And a good turn. I still think this game's hard for them, but it was really good. Yeah, I did learn that that name means fucking shot in Mandarin. I did learn that. Oh, it's Sojin Camille? I mean, it makes sense to me. But sheesh. Oh, that guy's dead. We just take Camille picks. Nice. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Oh my god. Acel is so filthy. Fuck this godforsaken champion. Denethor needs to TP back, and then maybe it's doable. If they don't get an Acel, it's just not winnable. I mean, this champ... Mobility, I literally was pinging Maryville and FlyQuest before their final, like, just have an Acel strat. This thing in Fearless is bullshit. And, I mean, if you get a game buddy like this, like, it is... At this level, I think it's just so OP. Fuck this godforsaken... I think, yeah. I think they're... I'm gonna steal Josh's phrase, like a... pressure valve champ. It was like eventually like the pressure breaks and the valve breaks, you know? I hate these champs for the game. Like the power curve on this champ is just so aggressively skewed later into an unplayable margin. And he's not weak enough early for how aggressive it is later. As people like figure out how to optimize his early games and get stacks. Yeah, this is the Penta fight. I mean, I thought Winthrop actually... I think Winthrop's best... I don't think Winthrop should put themselves in this scenario. I think their best scenario out of this deploy is to get the Camille back bot. I mean, or put Camille like in a lane that's not grouped up as 5. Yeah. This scenario is really hard. Oh, Sword gets chunked out. Oh my god. Like that like a lot of things whiffed here, but this is just so unfair. Oh my god. I mean, nice angle from Samakin. This is well played. He sneaks into fog, and this isn't marked. Winthrop needs to throw a ward over this wall, but Jesus Christ. Trying to stall for Zenithor TP bot. That's reasonable. At this point, I think is the only way you can win the game. I think Zenithor needs to commit now, too. Like, the TP from Zenithor, for me, it should come out right now. There's no shot in hell you win this team fight. I know that's a little bit of hindsight, Harry, but there's no way, like, yeah, it needs to be now. Like, force them into, like, the decision. I don't know. Because now they're able to... yeah. Oh, the inhibitor spawning is tragic, too. Yeah, okay. That's Pentakill, and then they just ended the game. Yeah. All right.